can't see the side chat because I'm that blind. So I'm going to follow the side chat. Hmm, I can't see it all. No, hi, Mara. Oh, I was trying to. Oh, the camera's up here. I'm not using that camera. I'm using that camera. So I was bored today. I'm trying to stay awake for no particular reason other than I don't need to be going to sleep in the middle of the day. I didn't sleep good last night. I haven't slept good in a couple of nights, which makes me extremely tired during the day. And my microphone was being funky. And I got that working. Caramel coffee. Well, it's not caramel coffee yet, but it's about to be. Caramel cold coffee. I really need to get a haircut. My hair just keeps draping everywhere. I need to get a hair trim. Are you still there? What's new? Surprise, surprise. I'm not on here to go after anyone, which I know is alien to everyone in this community. No one's being attacked. I was just sorting up my packing supplies because I found a bunch of them and they needed to be put away. They were in the wrong room. And I was like, I wonder if my webcam still works. It does. And honestly, someone had brought up to me doing my streams again. And I said, I don't have time. But if I ever have time, I'm gonna. And I just don't have time. So I figured, I got time today. Maybe I should just do a stream. To what's new with whoever's watching. That is the best cold coffee I've ever had in my life. I just wasted a ladyfell. Ah, it was a good one too. I let my manners get the best of me. Oh, I am going through. I can just talk about this. I am going through a lot of my inventory and realizing that I have too much of it. I have mountains of clothing. I have jeans, shirts, dresses, shorts. I got kids' clothes, but I'll put that in hard sell. Um, and of course, anything that my granddaughters would like, I'm keeping for them. But I have adult women's clothes and some men's clothes. Some new with tags, some just in really good shape. Some just a cool looking, item. And I'm really sick of giving eBay mama. That's a whole other video. What eBay's doing to me. unbelievable. So I've really not been listing on eBay. A couple of things here and there, but for over 2 weeks, I didn't list anything there. And I was actually pulling stuff off of eBay and putting it elsewhere. Like, and um, I think I'm going to do a live stream auction on here, which I've been wanting to do. I was going to do Facebook, but it just doesn't seem like a realistic place for me to sell. I'd rather do it here. Um, the way I'm going to do it is probably like I'll do a section of just clothes, and I'll be like, auction starts at this amount, shipping is this much for every item, no matter what item you get. And if you get multiple items, then I'll just combine the shipping and give you a total. We'll work it out as we go. And I would be paid through Cash App or Chime. I don't do Venmo. I don't want to do Venmo. Cash App and Chime have worked for me 100% for years. And that's what I'm going to continue to use. If it seems to get in the way of the sales, then I may do Venmo. I don't want to. I don't know when I will. But if I do, it'll be strictly for this. But right now, no. No, it's not. It's not a plan. Um, but after doing the clothes, um, I will do an auction of hard goods like um, decorative items. I have a lot of really hard to find dishes like collectible, not collectible plates like Hamilton collection, like crap. Uh, Not that. I mean, like stuff you eat off of, but you can't find it anymore. People like to buy that kind of stuff. I just sneeze coming on. Son of a bitch. But anyway, um, for anybody that is like not sure about the safety of buying from me on here, I'm going to leave links underneath of the auction. You know, the live auction going. You can go to my eBay and my Etsy and everything else, my marketplace, and see that I have 100% 5 stars or 4.9 stars across the board. Um, you know, uh, my history elsewhere speaks for itself, and plus the video was an excellent receipt that you won the item and how much you want it for. And everyone knows I don't delete my videos; they're all still up. So that's my plan. I just don't know when because I need to get it organized. It can't be dragging out. I have to have all of the for sale items here. I have to have my tape measure handy, which it's always an arm's length away, as is my scale, because this is my job. This is what I do. And that would be a good way to reduce the amount of crap that I've accumulated. And just, I don't want to list. I don't want to list it. I've got too much. I've shifted gears. I want the bigger ticket items. I'm listing the bigger ticket items, and if they're not big ticket items, I'm listing the quick sell items, like the things I know will be gone within the first 2 weeks to 30 days. And I'm getting to the point now that if they don't go within 2 weeks to 30 days, I'm going to start pulling them or reducing the price by a great deal. I've got shit listed right now on eBay that's been up there for 2 years, which resellers know that sucks and it happens. That's what I'm dealing with. And I'm trying to get my house together because whether or not we keep the place and move it onto a piece of land or we sell it and move on with our lives, it still has to have repairs done. There's things that we need to do. Um, just, but I'm having a yard sale. I've been talking about it for like 2 months, and every weekend I'm just not together yet. I don't have it together yet. So it looks like hopefully this weekend. I don't know, but there won't be anything. I had said there won't be anything for $2, but I have found a few more items I'd like to put out there that are clearly worth more than a random item would be. So it would be like nothing over $3, but I'm going to have a little thing off to the side with maybe 4 or 5 items for $5. I'm talking VCRs, stereo receivers, speakers. I'm putting a lot of shit out there that just doesn't move online. I've already sold a whole bunch of those types of items on the marketplace locally, kept every penny. I didn't have to pay any fees. They don't charge any fees. I kept 100% of my money, met some really nice folks. Um, I ended up standing in the parking lot, me and Doug, and just talking to them for a while. And they want to ask me, do you get a lot of this stuff? And blah, blah, blah. And I tell them, I'm a reseller. I get stuff all the time and then sell it, or it just sits for a while and I forget I have it. It's called a death pal for people that don't know what resellers call it. It's a death pal. And they end up touching base with me off and on and saying, hey, do you have any more of this? Or did you happen to come across something like this? And is it in your death pal? So I have some repeat buyers locally. I have repeat buyers on eBay. I don't have repeat buyers anywhere else. I really don't list much in other places. I've listed on Posh, Fish. I've listed on Etsy for quite some time. Not a ton, just randomly I'll have a vintage electronic or an old item and I'll list it and it'll sell. I've never had trouble with Etsy. It sells really well. I had a lamp. It was a stifle that I bought from the Goodwill for $6. This is one of my favorites. I paid $6 for it 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. I finally got around to listing it on eBay. It was in my death pile, just sitting there. This beautiful stifle lamp. It's called I don't remember what it's called. It's got the three. It's got the three lights. I had the original shade and everything. The thing was beautiful. If I'd have had two, that'd have been amazing because they sell better in pairs, but you can find them. But they sell good alone because they're pretty good. Uh, $6 in, and I flipped it for close to 300, right at 300, which was amazing. It sat on eBay for so long nobody bought it, and when eBay pulled their little bullshit with me, which is like I say, a whole nother video that I'll be doing with eBay is such garbage. I swear they are just the greediest liars and cons I've ever seen in big industry. They set you up to be a certain way and then penalize you for being that way. Horrible. Fuck eBay. But I took it, I put it on Etsy, it was sold in a week. And I could have kicked myself for not putting it on Etsy from day one. But this lamp is just beautiful. It was nothing, it was not my gig. It was way fancy schmancy, the brass. I don't do all that. I'm more into the earthy things like the wicker and the clay and the pottery and the um, glass and shells. I'm into that. That's my gig. But seriously, let me hear. Let me hear it. Seriously, let me hear. Let me hear it. Oh, I see what you're saying. It's kind of crackly. I don't know why. Let me try to turn the volume down. Maybe the gain. I don't know. I don't know why. Let me try to turn the volume down. That doesn't sound like my Yeti. I don't know why. Hold on. This sounds like the microphone on the camera, and that sucks. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can't figure it out. Audio. No, it's the Yeti. Yep, it's it's the Yeti, which should sound amazing. Oh, I don't have um the muffle thing on there. I don't have my sock, which that might have something. Oh, the fan. I bet you it's the air conditioner. That'll cause that too. Hold on. Fan. I bet you it's the air conditioner. That'll cause that too. Hold on. Did that help it? It's not super horrible, but you've sounded better. um, I'm thinking it needs a sock. With all the shit I've got in this office, I know I got a sock. Shit. Hold on. So if I can't find a sock, I will be right back. Okay. I found a sock. I bought a whole pack of socks, and this lavender one lost its match while it was still in the drawer, brand new. So I guess it'll turn up one day. All right, you let me know if that helps. I went out there to get a sock out of the bedroom, and someone had left my front door open, just like sitting wide open. These kids are a trip. Wait, so did it help? Are you saying it helped? I'm trying to see. Why can't I see the timestamp? Hmm. Used to be an option to click the timestamp, but are you saying yes about it helping? Because I can't tell because I just looked. 220. No, that's not what we're talking about, apparently. Um, I picked up this really cool shit. The name of them has escaped me. It's a little clip-on. Still weird, but it's far away, but it's audible. How about it was before? I turned the AC away from me, and I definitely can't turn it off in Jacksonville, Florida. Hell nah. It's one of those portable ACs, those that you just it has the little thing that feeds through the window because you're not allowed to have a window AC where I live here. They don't allow them at the road, like the window facing the road. You're not allowed to have them. It's the whole image. I'm like, it's a freaking trailer park. They're like, no, it's a mobile home community. Okay, okay. Let's see. They're hell on your light bill. We got this about 2 years ago at a community yard sale, the best community yard sale we've ever been to. It was in like when you pulled into the neighborhood, the road went all the way around and then came back with one exit. And almost every house was participating in this sale. That was hands down the best community yard sale we've ever done. And this guy had this air conditioner for $30. And I said, how about the rig to it? The hose. He was like, no, I'm keeping that for the one I just bought. I said, why did you replace it? He said, I didn't replace it. This was my mom's, but I just bought one and I want to keep her rig. I was like, okay. His mom had passed and they were selling shit. She had a lot of shit. So I got a lot of her shit. I've already sold all but 2 pairs of shoes. She had some therapeutic shoes. I still have those. Um, and this I never planned to sell. Paid $30 for this thing. When I looked it up online to find the manual for it, to find out what all the little symbols meant, and it has a remote and everything, and the remote mounts on the front of it. When you pull the remote down, the controls are underneath as well, which is really cool. This was still online for sale, this very one, for over $600. I paid $30 for it. So it's in an evaporating style. You don't have to worry about running a tube out there where the water is going to drain. It does its own thing. It's never leaked. It's been fantastic. And surprisingly, it has not run our bill up terribly like so many of these do. So it does matter, I guess, the model and brand that you buy, because ours has not run the bill up. Our highest bill this summer so far has been this past week. When our bill came in the mail, it was $320. That is the highest bill we've had. Every bill before that was $290 and below. And that was with Will staying here. We had Will, we had Madison, Aaron, Jack, and us. And we have TVs running in every room. We have this AC, my bedroom AC, the kitchen AC, Madison's AC for her and the boys. So that's pretty good. I can't complain. Not with the temperatures. Anyway, so Will doesn't live here anymore. Madison's in Virginia visiting her boyfriend. She's coming home. She's been gone several weeks now. She'll be home, I think, around the 9th or 10th. But anyway, but yeah, so we haven't really had any issues with the light bill. I was kind of scared we would. I know the central air, when we were running that when we first bought this place, because it had central air and everything, we bought it. The bill was over $400 from day one. And we were like, oh shit, no, we'll move back to my RV. Screw that crap. That's crazy, man. Mara, come cut my hair. Come be a doll and give me a buzz. Yes. I'm raggedy. So anyway, yeah, about the whole auction thing. Our light bill is about the same with 4 bedrooms and central air, and we keep it cold. Really? Yeah, we try to keep it cool. Like at nighttime, if I'm not working in the office on a certain day, I keep it at 73. And then if I am working in here during the day, then when I'm done and I'm leaving in the evening from the room or late at night, I turn it down. I'll have it low so that I can stay cool, but then I turn it right back to 73 when I leave the room. So keep the bills down. But yeah, so the whole auction thing, I hope people are interested in it, because I know a lot of folks do auctions. Poshmark is, I'm not a fan. I've got stuff listed on Poshmark. I got good shit listed there. I don't sell crap. Poshmark doesn't feel like a selling site. It feels like a camaraderie site. Like, as soon as I joined Posh and started listing, people started following me, and they were telling me to follow them back. And I was like, I ain't following anybody. I don't want to buy anything. I want to sell. And it almost looks like the women are buying shit from each other. It doesn't make sense. That's really not, I'm not in it for camaraderie and sisterhood. I want to sell things and make money and build my business. But nothing has sold on Posh, not one thing. Nothing. Everywhere else, I'm okay. I sold one thing on Mercari. I'm not a big fan of Mercari. My favorite places to sell have still got to be Etsy, eBay. No, I freaking hate eBay, man. They're so. Etsy, eBay, and the marketplace, hands down, marketplace favorite spot, without a doubt. High skunk. I get back sweat. You're so funny. God, I love you so much. Um, so yeah, not a Poshmark fan. Not just because things aren't selling, which is very strange. I got good shit on there, uh, but because it's like they're trying to form these sisterhoods and support each other by buying each other shit. And I'm like, that's not business. That's sisterhood. You're not making any money if you're just spending it back with the people that, you're just buying shit just to support someone. What do you support? The only reason they're succeeding is because you're buying their shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. I do Etsy, even though they take so much. It's because they handle the taxes for you. MLM sisterhood. Um, I like Etsy because I can sell my older electronics, and since that's really the only kind of electronics I sell, either that or like really high, hard hitting, hard to find, high demand electronics. Like I went to a pawn shop where I went and got my teeth done. Well, when I went for my checkup months and months and months ago, there was a pawn shop next door, and Doug said, I may have already talked about this, but I don't think I did. But Doug said, no, you don't want to go in there. I was waiting for you, and I went in there, and they don't got shit. The guy wants too much. He's been on eBay doing this shit. He wants eBay prices. And I'm like, yeah, but doesn't want to give an eBay guarantee. He went, exactly. So I was like, well, I'm going to go look. He went, I'm telling you, you're wasting your time. Let's go get a bite to eat. I said, dude, how many times have you told me I'm wasting my time? And then I'll walk into a yard sale or a store right behind you, and with a fresh set of eyes, we find something major. He goes, that's true. He says, and I think it's got a lot to do with your personality too. You talk to people and they cut you deals, which they do. But I don't ask for them. They just say, hey, you interested? I'll give it to you for this much. And Doug's like, I looked at the same thing. He didn't offer me shit. So I go and I'm talking to the guy. He's like, yeah, I've had this place for 20 some years. I'm like, your prices are a little steep. I'm just going to be honest with you. I sell on eBay, and you're asking what they ask on eBay. He said, why shouldn't I? I said, because you're not offering the same warranty and guarantee that eBay does. Like if I get home and it doesn't work, I come back, you're going to probably say I broke it because you don't sell things that don't work. He went, probably. I said, see, he goes, well, I do okay. I secretly said to myself, this is a front. You're doing something else. This is just your front. But anyway, he had a big basket, like a wicker basket, sitting in the middle of the store. Etsy is supposed to be a place where people sell handmade goods. So why are actresses selling bedding and they have made in some overseas factory? No, that's not what Etsy's for. Etsy also is for vintage things. I sell electronics on there. I sold my lamp on there. So as long as it's vintage, I sell VCRs on there. A VCR that I would sell on eBay for 25, I can sell for 75 on Etsy. Needless to say, I don't list them on eBay because I ain't making shit. Yeah, Doug doesn't have a big booty. No, Doug's very quiet. He's not. Um, I don't know. He's very polite, but he's quiet. I'm chatty. I talk to people. I talk to everybody. I'm a people person. I just am. And then where was I at? Oh, he had the basket. So as I'm leaving, he tried to get me to sell this microscope for him. It was this massive. I don't remember the details. It was a big ass microscope like you would see in a laboratory, not something you could just buy at Radio Shack or whatever when Radio Shack was around. Isn't Radio Shack like a website now? I don't know. Anyway, and I was like, I don't know. Your price is a little steep. I'm comparing it to online, and no one's got any. No one's got this, and the nearest one to it for this brand is selling for less than what you're asking, and it's in way better shape. He says, "Come on, you sell it for me. You price it how you want to, and I'll cut you some." I don't do business with people like that. I have consigned items for people before. I've sold for them, and they've paid the fees and everything, and then I take like 10% or whatever. But I haven't done it in years. I don't want to do it. Uh, if you want me to buy it from you for a lower amount and then I can flip it on my own, let's do business. And I've done that before, rather than consign it for them. Uh, I don't want anyone else involved in my shit. It's my shit. So, um, as I'm walking away, told him to have a good day. He was asking more for shit in his shop than what they were selling for on eBay. Like he was asking more for some of it. So anyway, I looked through this basket. I'm like, oh, because you never know. I do, but you never know what you're going to find in this unassuming little section where the owner clearly thinks, whether it's at a yard sale or a flea market, where the person thinks, oh, there's nothing worth shit here. Okay. I've gone into a flea market, not a flea market, a Goodwill. I'm sorry. I've gone into a Goodwill and they have this like plastic bin. It's not huge. It's not a shoebox size, but it's also not a full size bin. It's kind of in between. And it's got remotes. It's got uh, electronic cords for different items. Well, I found a cord in one of those bins. It was to like a fryer, an air like a deep fryer. It was older. You could tell it was probably from like the 80s or the 70s. Either way, the cord went to a Salad Master electric fryer. I believe it was the Salad Master. This has been about 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half. The cord alone, I paid $1.99 for it or 99 cents. I can't remember which, but it was like green tag day, and this was a green tag, which meant 40% off. And I paid what I paid for it, which wasn't even $2, and then turned around and sold it for 70. I'm not even shitting you. I sold it for 70 fucking dollars. So people, sometimes you just can't find the cord you're looking for. People buy the shit. I'm gonna sell it to them. We found a remote that way. It was in the same type of little bin. So this dude um, at the pawn shop that owns the pawn shop, he was the only one there. There was no employees. It was just him. He uh, he said, "I'll sell you that whole basket because I'm just thumbing through it. He's got rando shit in there, just like trinket stuff, but it was full. It was deep. I didn't even get in there good. Like seconds after I started thumbing through with one hand, I'm just kind of passing and looking. I'll sell you everything in there for $10. I went, everything in this basket. He went, not the basket, everything in it. I went, sold? I was like, there's going to be a $10 item in this thing, right? I've lost $10 before. I'm not even going to pick through to see if I want to. I'm going to do it before he changes his mind. So as I walked up to him, he said, yep, everything in it for 15. No, he said 20. I went, you just said 10. He went, I'll do 15. I went, man, you're such a shyster. And he started laughing. I was like, all right, 15. So I gave him the 15. Doug was rolling his eyes like, we don't have enough room for all this little teeny shit. Well, in it, once he dumped it in the back. The dude dumped it in the back seat of my car. He just dumped it and said, I'm keeping my basket. I was like, yeah, whatever. Have a good day. I didn't care. So all the way home, I'm reaching in the back seat, pulling stuff up, trying to see what I got in the thing. I can't wait. It's like Christmas every time I source. I love it. It's, that feeling you get at Christmas when you're a kid and you just don't know what you're going to find in your stocking. Well, that's the way I get when I go through stuff I buy bulk. It's so exciting. So anyway, uh, he had, and I don't remember what the brand was. If I heard it again, I'd know it. I might have it on here. Um, he had and I paid 15 for the whole damn thing. Whole thing. Sometimes you get great deals. When I first arrived to Florida and had my apartment, my mom took me to a secondhand shop and got a whole living room for $250. Wow. I bought it because I needed something temporary. Yeah. So I get home and I really get deep into the shit that I got. I got a tote that I had or a box or whatever, and I put all the shit in there. Brought it in, sat on the bed, and I'm going through it. And I made a pile. Shit for sale, shit for no good, shit for sale, and shit for the trash. And um, the one, one thing, you guys, one thing was worth something in there. That was worth putting online. The rest of it I donated or threw away. And it was one of those Bluetooth headsets that goes in your motorcycle helmet and has a little microphone. You know what I'm talking about? One of them. And they sell for 300 new. What? I sold mine, I think it was like $125. So yeah, that was exciting when the guy was like, "Yeah, I know what I've got," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Bitch, you don't know shit." And it even had the little holder with the clip. It even had that. So I tested it. It worked perfectly fine. Sold in, I want to say it sold in about 2 hours. It was pretty quick. I noticed something though. Any headset type shit, whether it's for like call centers or like that one for your helmet, they sell within 24 hours. You're gone. They don't last. The fastest I ever sold one of those was, I couldn't even estimate the time. It was, well, yeah, I can. It was minutes. But I listed um, something Tronics, but it's like a call center thing where it's got the headset with one ear and then the microphone thing. Um, Plantronics. That's what it is. Plantronics. And I bought it for $1 at a yard sale. A chick was making money to pay for her wedding, and her grandma and her mom and her aunt had put all kinds of stuff together, and they were selling everything really cheap. And I picked up that and like a pair of shoes, sold shoes, no problem. I paid $1 for those, sold those for 20. Those went quick. They were hiking shoes, sandals, like for the water and not in the water. And then the Plantronics thing. And I listed it, and then I went back and refreshed my page to see if anything had sold. And then I went back and I saw a red dot. And I was like, somebody's messaging me about something. So I clicked it. It sold. It was like maybe 2 minutes, maybe. So I made 75. I believe it was 75 I sold that for. Off it went. So that kind of stuff sells really good. Hi, Andrew. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while, but I'm really not around much. I would clean up doing flea marketing here, selling others their own junk. Hi, Warren. Thank you. It's just a work day, and I don't want to work, so I'm not. I'm playing. I have not been busy. I've been busy enough, in my opinion, but I have not been busy like I should be. I'm very angry at eBay right now. I'm going to have to do a video about that. Uh, the more people I talk to about it, the more I'm hearing, you can't be the only one. You should probably get on a message board about eBay and see if you can't get a class action lawsuit going. And I'm like, I keep hearing that. But yeah, fuck eBay. The sooner I can get away from them, the better. And we are thinking about doing the flea market thing and keeping all of our money, but we don't have the reach. We would have to change everything we sold because the stuff we sell does better online. Um, I mean, I buy it from those spots to sell it online. So if I'm selling it in the market, where the hell am I buying it from? You know what I'm saying? I know some of the people that I buy from personal, from going up there and buying from them, and uh, they buy whole estates. So that's a focus for us. Probably after the first of the year, we're going to have a chunk of cash. So we're torn. Do we want to use our tax return to build the business in another direction? I'm shifting gears. I'm not quitting. I had considered quitting. eBay fucked me up that bad here. They fucked me up here bad. Um, so I don't know if we're going to use that chunk of money for building the business in another direction, or which is estates, whole estates. I've done the buy out whole yard sales before. I've got a stray hair that's pissing me off. I've done the whole yard sale before. Just walk up and say how much you want for everything. I've done that. It's a mistake. Don't do it. I recommend you don't do that. And uh, the other thing is just using the money to put down on some land. But we don't know if we're staying in Florida because nobody can get homeowners insurance here. Can't get insurance. They've all pulled out. There's nobody to insure you. And the ones, I think there's two of them still here, they're about to leave too. They're about to go. Plus, it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. I mean, what was it? Arizona, the roads were melting because the asphalt was getting too hot and it was just oozing onto the ground, the grass. It's pretty messed up. So, Warren, you made me feel good. You told me I looked great. That made me feel good because I'm so old. But anyway, so that's where I'm at with my life. And since this is my channel and my stream, I just wanted to tell everybody. And hopefully somebody can connect with what I'm talking about. Clearly, Andrew can. He knows all about the whole flipping stuff for money. And I do a little bit of vintage clothing, usually women's lingerie, like the nightgowns and stuff. But I haven't sold any in a while. I just keep stockpiling them. I don't know why. I hate doing clothes. I really do. One thing I have issues with doing the whole flea market thing is hauling the junk around. You need a good trailer. That's what we were talking about. See, because I've bought up at the flea markets here, talking to the people that have had their booths for so long that they're permanently located in the flea market. They just tarp everything, or they're in the enclosed ones where they just shut the little garage door. You have to have an enclosed trailer. You can open it up, pull your shit out, put it on your tables. When you're done, put it all back, slide your tables back in, lock your trailer. And they will typically, at this one, they'll let you keep your trailer there, which is perfect. It's a mobile shop, pretty much. And this one is only opened on the weekends. It's open Saturday and Sunday only. So that would leave me all week to source, which is great for me. You haven't aged any since I've known you. Well, actually, I have, but like I'll just be honest because I ain't ashamed of my age or how I look. I got the weird skin starting here, like my daddy. It's not attractive, but it's also not ugly because this and my crow's feet starting here and my gray hair, these are all earned attributes, in my opinion. When I put it like this, let me shut these blinds here. Okay. When I see celebrities, the women and the men, I used to keep my bus there. Back in the day, it was a good deal until they closed the flea market. Oh, um, when I see celebrities, women and men, that have had work done, and you can tell they've had work done, I want to say it's sad and it makes me mad because it's typically someone that I thought was attractive, and I'm like, why did they do this to themselves? They could have aged so pretty. They could have aged amazingly, and then they went and did this. Now they look like cartoon caricatures of what they used to be. But then you see one that you could tell has had some subtle work done. I got a problem with that. Just enough to give them about 7 to 10 more years. And then they don't get carried away. They just tighten up this area, smooth out this area. But these people that are getting whole chin implants and the cheek implants, and I'm like, you look like a Punch and Judy doll. Do y'all remember the Punch and Judy dolls? The old that they look fucking ridiculous. And they look in the mirror at that and they think they look amazing. Here the only one who notices that. Corey, yeah, I notice it. I think we all notice our flaws. We are all our biggest critics, I think. Unless you're super arrogant and you just think the cat's meow and the bee's knees and why doesn't Warren have a wrench? He should now. Yeah, he does. Yard sales and going to apartments at the end of the month. Girl, Andrew knows what the fuck is up. At trash day, the people that don't pay their rent, slumlords take their tenant stuff to the curb, and I find the best stuff. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. These people got crazy money. Not really. They probably got crazy debt, credit debt. These apartments out here are anywhere from 1,200 a month to 3,500 a month. It's insane. It depends on what part of town you're in. So we have some specific apartments we're familiar with that we go to. End of the month, the last week of like July, and then the first week of August, right through there. That it's around a 10-day span. I have made I have made too much money from the stuff people throw out. A whole set of golf clubs in the bag. Whole set of golf clubs, nothing wrong with them. Somebody threw out a PlayStation 2 VR headset with the little everything that went with it. They was just sitting in a pile. And I mean, it's insane what people throw away when they move. Either when they move out, they're like, I'm sick of packing, or they'll pack things up thinking I'm going to donate this stuff, and by the time they're done packing the truck for the move, they're over it and they just throw it away. So I end up with this nice boxed up selection of amazing shit that Goodwill almost got. It's clear they were not planning to throw it away, but then they were like over it. Um, or they'll move in somewhere and go, this doesn't fit. I was really hoping it would fit here, but it doesn't fit like it did in the old place. So they throw it away. And that's typically where I get my larger stuff, like the furniture items, the nightstands. Uh, I shave my head to avoid the gray hair. You're not avoiding the gray hair, Warren. You're denying the gray hair. When I lived in Florida, I found 10K worth of bass and offshore fishing equipment. Really? Yeah. These people truly don't know the value of what they have. I've had people sell me things at yard sales for like $1, and I'm like, are you sure? I mean, it's not my job to educate them about the value of their stuff, so I just go, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, just take it. I'm sick of it. $1, and then I can sell it anywhere from $30 to 125, something like that. Um, but what I do, and Andrew knows, is a constantly changing learning experience because things trend and then they don't. Like some people had a bunch of Mary mushroom stuff from Sears in their death pile. They did not list it because it wasn't worth anything for a while. And then all of a sudden, Mary mushroom, the vintage design, you could get it on canisters, you could get it on dish towels, um, cups and plates. Sears put out a whole lot of this shit in like 1978. Uh, People go, why is this selling so high? They go back into their death pile, they pull out the boxes, they find it. They suddenly turned a 50-cent yard sale item into $300. It was sitting in their death pile all the time because nobody wanted it. So things trend. And if you missed the Mary Mushroom trend, too bad for you because it's already over. Things aren't worth what they were just 2 months ago, 5 months ago. Ain't worth shit. Um, Totally denying it. Um, where's the proof that? Um, okay, where's the proof that Kat passed away? She used to use those old Facebooks that she created to message people from. Her ex-husband said it was a hoax. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. um, you're either being fooled or you're in on it. Well, in on what? She, she's gone, and anything going on behind the scenes is between the family, and me and Rory happen to know about it because We're the go-between. But no, she's not here anymore. She's not here. It's just weird. Why would uh, Lisa's aware of it? Like anyone that matters is aware of it, and the ex never said that. I've already spoken to Marlon several times on message and once by phone, like not phone, but voice over messenger. We talked for half an hour. It's not fake. He told me everything. I know all about it. Um, and Rory talked to the other ex. I mean, they don't send certified mail to someone about the death of another human if it didn't actually happen. This is ridiculous. And I'm not the keeper of Cat. Cat's no longer with us, and I don't give a shit if your little troll account believes it. So go fuck all the way off. I'm not here for that. There is no obituary because no one put one in. And that's all you need to know. But everyone's working on that, okay? Nobody obituary. My dad didn't have one. My dad passed away in February. Is he still alive? Huh? I went to school. I mean, not to school. I hung out with a guy in my teens that we were friends on Facebook. In 2017, he suddenly quit speaking. I figured, he done got locked up. He done screwed up, got locked up. Still ain't heard from him. Every now and then I'd message him. No response. He was a recluse. He stayed to himself. He ran an online casino thing. That was his income. He didn't have friends, and he had a drinking issue. He's likely dead. There is no obituary. He was an only child. His dad passed away when he was a teenager, maybe 13 or 14 in the 80s, and his mom passed away in '08. There's no obituary. There was no one left to leave one. He's probably dead. So, I mean, that doesn't, obituaries are just basically a hear ye, hear ye. It's not an obligation you have to fulfill. It's a choice that people make. We chose not to do one for my dad. Um, right, Andrew. She's not here. She was incredible. Oh, I'm not going to cry. She was sick. And nobody knew she was sick until she pushed it open, pushed it until it was too late. Could somebody block that piece of shit right there? Could you do it? To sit there and talk shit about, like, I don't, this person doesn't even have the balls to come under their own name. So they use a fake name and talk shit about someone who's not even here to defend themselves. I'm just going to say it. What a fucking cunt. It's not like don't nobody know who you possibly are. Fucking cunt. Kat did me dirty in the beginning, but we already know why, because she was fed a bunch of shit about me that wasn't true by the puppet master. But anyway, what were we talking about before the cowardly piece of shit came in here running their mouth? Yes, thank you, Andrew. I'm just going to point blank say, I announce if someone passes and nobody knows. I've been doing it. If I find out before anyone else, I'm going to put it out there. And anything that I find out above and beyond, which when Vanessa passed away, her husband contacted me. And I know above and beyond what happened to her. and I'm not going to share that. I know the details, and I'm not going to share it. Um, Cat, I know not all the details, but then again, nobody does right now. Um, but what I do know, I'm not going to share. And the same with Harold when Harmarsh died. I'm not sharing a lot of them. That was low even for Glam. I didn't always get along with her, but she had some good things about her. Remember the good, not the bad. Exactly. You try. You try. Some people on here, it's virtually impossible to think of something good to say about them once they're gone. They're just inherently fucking evil. Just there's not one you can't look back and go, do you remember when so and so did this? What's the positive? It's like fill in the blank positive. And there's not one unless your positive is glorifying the evil thing they did. So, I mean, you know, uh, but that wasn't her. Cat had positives. She had a lot of them actually. I'm not denying her not positives for sure. I'm stupid, but there's really no reason unless you're just obsessed over Cat and you just can't stop talking shit about her. That's the only reason you would keep focusing on the bad shit. But good Lord, I'm protecting a criminal. Who am I? Hmm. I don't know of the criminal they're talking about, but yeah. Hey, I'm live. What's up?
I want to show you.
Okay, show me.
I'm working with SEMA about like to identify and write her own name,
Yeah.
and I wrote her name. I asked her did she know what it said, and she said what? And I said your name. I said SEMA, don't do that, baby. No. She's crawling all over her leg because I've stopped being for
Oh.
a second. I told her to SEMA, and then I told her to practice it, and then she wrote the back. Oh my God. Look at how good. First try.
Oh my God! Look at my baby writing her name. Where is she? Let me see her. Let me see her. See Mima. Hi, pretty girl. Oh, you drew all over your knee. So pretty.
Yeah, that's great. To school tomorrow to do her kindergarten evaluation.
You get it off there. Use some lotion. It'll come right off. Are you going to school tomorrow to do some testing? Are you excited?
Now
You want to go to the school.
She said, I do not want to go to school today because it's boring. School's going to be so much fun.
You're going to make so many friends, Kasima.
Yeah.
You're going to love it there. My grandbaby starts school. She's 5.
There's a lava cat in Minecraft. Okay, we're not going to say we love her because I want to keep working on our kids.
I love you too, baby girl. Mwah. Bye-bye, Goofy.
We'll call you later. And we're actually going to make a video in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Okay. Minecraft, right?
No, we can't.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to go do math, okay?
Love you, Seema Weema. Bye, Dessa.
She's over here hyperventilate now. Love you.
I love you too. Bye-bye. She's writing her name so pretty. Oh my gosh. I can't believe how good she's writing her name now. Did you hear about CJ? Yes. He did pass away. No, CJ, I looked him up. I looked him up. I know his name. So his name is Christopher Mellon, Mellen, and he lived in Connecticut. And he did pass away. I found his obituary and his legacy thing and everything. I just didn't announce that one. Yep. And it was CJ Blonde Bear. But yeah. It's okay. She knows. What? Are y'all seeing the what? Okay, that's clearly not him. Hold on. I'm waiting for the page to reload because this is weird. That is not RV Prepper Wing. RV Prepper Wing would say this shit. Okay, so you guys can't see it, but I'm getting RV Prepper Wing. Um, so the Linda Sheridan person obviously goes back to RV Prepper Wayne. It's not RV Prepper Wayne though. I think it's just they keep changing the name. It's under the same thing though. Um, they clearly don't know about Rosie and Cat, so that's obvious based on what they said. They don't know about Rosie and Cat. Yeah, CJ passed. I wanted to ask you about. Yeah, I absolutely. Cat's passed. CJ's passed. LCD, I don't know, nor do I care. Everyone knows I never watched him. I never watched LCD. I don't watch people that I don't have anything to. I mean, why? Why would I watch him? If you don't like someone, it's not that I didn't like him. I didn't know him. Didn't want to. Just based on the crap he came in with that being a millionaire and all that crap. And I was like, yeah, this is ridiculous. So I never watched him. So I don't. I don't. I never did. Uh, but there's certain people. Oh my god. So are y'all not seeing these? Are y'all seeing these? There's a lot of troll accounts coming in. Oh, it looks like somebody doesn't want me doing live streams. Well, get used to it because I got a bunch of channels and everyone knows I do. I got, of course, Broken Give a Damn. I got this one. I got BangerChat. I got not Corey's troll account. I got a lottery scratching channel, and I got a flipping reselling channel. So yeah, I'll be doing streams anywhere I want to. And a couple of people have asked me to start banger chats again on my regular night. And I always do. So, and just talk about reselling shit or side hustles. Anyway, RV Prepper is a ghost on here. I know LCD isn't dead. I pranked him a few times. Yeah, I don't think he's going. He's probably in jail. He's probably in jail, and he's gonna make his comeback slowly as someone else, and everyone's gonna assume it's not him because he's been gone so long. And the only thing that could keep him and a couple of others from doing YouTube is death and jail. Not even loss of internet could stop them because these psychopaths would sit in a coffee shop or a McDonald's and troll and stir up. There's just a handful of them. But yeah, death, there's a few of them that if they just stopped posting, death, jail. That is it. That's it. And even still, some of them may see jail coming up and pre-do a bunch of shorts and have them timed to release like once a week. I could totally see that for people that really take this shit serious. They're like, I must exist on YouTube. People are so weird. People are so weird that take this shit so seriously. It's like it's really, at some point, grown ups grow up sometimes. So, Andrew, what kind of stuff do you sell when you flea market? Mara, are you still there? I need you to come cut my hair. If you love me, you'll cut my hair. I need a trim. I told you yesterday I'm either going to cut my hair or go get my hair cut, or I'm going to do it on. Wasn't that you? Yeah, that was you. Or I'm going to do it on video. I'm going to cut it myself. If you're like me, Andrew, you sell anything. If you come across, I see people on YouTube that resell and they got these big old channels. Some of them got small channels, and they will take people with them to these auctions and to these yard sales and flea markets. And I see them walk right past tons of money. And I'm like, oh my God, you just walked past about $2,500 worth of stuff to reach for the $40 tennis shoes. Are you kidding me? Are you flipping kidding me? But a lot of people don't want to package the big stuff. They don't want to package and ship it. They're like, yeah, if something happens, I'm like, oh, that's what the insurance is for. And if you need to add additional, because it comes with $100 worth of insurance. If you need additional insurance, it's like $3 and change. And I do that as a courtesy because if it's over the $100, it's worth it. Because I already know I didn't pay shit for it. I ain't spending nothing and making. I'm not going to buy a stereo for 100 and sell it for 150. That's not going to happen. You take away your fees. You take away the taxes when you file. You ain't made nothing. You've made nothing. So it's so easy stuff to move. Coins, knives, camping stuff, fishing stuff, power equipment, tools, shit like that. See, and there's a lot of people like you. They're called a niche seller. You sell just your type of shit. I'm like a Walmart seller. I sell every damn thing. And like I'm going to sell. I'm not scared to wrap anything and ship it. The biggest thing I have shipped was an oxygen generator, like from the in-home healthcare. Only not one of them little baby ones. The floor model. It was the floor model, and they're like $900 used. What did I sell that for? It was a lot of money. I don't remember what I sold it for. 400. They got a good deal because I bought it at a good deal. And I packaged that shit. But what I did was I said, you know what, Doug, we need to go to the Walmart and get a twin size, the little foam. They're like $17 for the foam rolled up. You put on your bed like the eggshell thing, the egg crate thing, not eggshell, egg crate thing. And we wrapped it in that, and then we wrapped it in tape so that it would stay in place. And it put it in the box and then slid them. We alter the boxes all the time to make them fit snug for things that need to ship snug. It arrived perfectly fine, no problems. I'll ship anything. The only thing I don't like to ship is delicate glass stuff. Like I've got this thing. This is a Galileo thermometer. How cool is this thing? This is one of the big daddies. You can get them smaller too. I think I gave $30. But I got it because I thought it looked cool and I wanted to put it on the shelf. I told Doug, I said, if it doesn't have any real value, we'll just keep it. It's pretty. I'm going to put this next to some Mexican pottery and other earthy type things because I'm going to break up my earthy style with a couple of shocking, colorful glass items. I think that would look amazing. And it'll be surrounded with different little ocean and sea animal type things. I've got this giant Mexican looking copper green where it's like a tarnished copper, oxidized copper. It's a big fish hanging on my wall. I've got this really cool looking distressed appearance seahorse, and I have a little octopus that holds your keys. Hold on, show you my octopus. This is my little octopus. So, that's cool. I'd buy myself too. That stuff I said I sell. Most of I get out every time. Yeah, because there's people that collect that stuff. I stay away from collectibles that are designed to collect because they were mass produced. Even if they say limited, people don't understand. Limited means uh, limited to that production. And when they go, okay, that production sold out, now we're going to produce some more, and this batch will also be limited. It's our second production. And they keep doing it. Coca Cola was bad for that. I don't know if they still are, but they were. NASCAR, I won't touch it. The only way I'll sell NASCAR is if Blinky. Hello. Hey, Rory. There was a troll in here under multiple names every time they got blocked saying that cat wasn't dead and that they were told that the ex said it was a hoax and a lie. Anyway, that was upsetting. Just that anyone would go after her. But anyway, I don't want to change the subject back to that, but I wanted to let you know. And I was like, no, I've already talked to one ex, and Rory's already talked to the other ex. She's not here anymore. What was I saying? What was I fucking saying just now? NASCAR, that's what it was. I don't do NASCAR or Coca-Cola unless it is so incredibly rare. Say, for instance, NASCAR and Coke are so fraudulent. They mass produce all of their limited editions in the way that I was just saying. Garbage. And there's a lot of people early on when the internet first started doing the resale thing way back, 90s and early 2000s. And people thought they had their retirement wrapped up in their NASCAR collection until you had to break it to them that it's not worth anything. It's not even worth what you paid for it, nor will it be because it said collectible right on it. Instant, worthless. So, making a cup of tea. It's a fancy bubble wrap roll you got there. She has been confirmed. At first, I did not believe it. Yeah. I never doubted it because the cousin that contacted me, I didn't know her. I had no reason to, but when I checked her Facebook, she was linked to other relatives of cats. And there were pictures and videos of the family all together. And it was a long-term Facebook page. I had no doubt. Um, it was an established page for many, many, many years. But anyway, so that's not fancy. I've got 3 more rolls. We buy it in bulk from American Bubble Boy. Because shocking as it may seem to a lot of people in the YouTube world, and you're all beautiful, you're all amazing. I have life outside of YouTube, and it makes me sad to see the ones that just come here to feel better about themselves and trash others. That's not me. I feel better about myself when I succeed at something. I don't define myself and my successes and my image based on the person I'm with. What they fucking did or what they do is on them. It doesn't say a damn thing about me. If you remove the person I'm with from the equation, I still have something that I can talk about. That's positive. Do you see what I'm saying? A lot of folks don't realize it when you're listening to somebody talk on here and all they're doing is raving about the people they're connected to. And it's like, that's all good and well, but what did you do? What the fuck did you do? That's not me. I have a life outside of YouTube, and I have successes and failures that are mine. I own them. They're mine. And I really don't much care if people talk shit about me. It's YouTube. It doesn't matter. And the people that hear it, that think it does, and they look down on me when they hear it, why would I want them in my circle? They clearly don't have brains. They don't think for themselves. They need a leader. They need someone to speak for them and tell them how to think. I sell older toys without the boxes. The boxes. Oh, dude. If you have the box to a toy, sometimes the box is worth more than a toy because like those heavy duty cast iron the banks where the little characters putting coins into the bank by doing little mechanical things, they're not that rare. Now, in excellent shape with the paint in good quality, that's when it matters with them. Just having one means shit because they're cast iron. They weren't the kind of thing a kid took out in the yard and played with. It stayed on a shelf. It was well cared for. It's when the condition is good. They're not rusty. They're not tarnished. The paint is nice and vibrant. That's when you've got your money. Um, I'm slapping tatas on dolls in my free time. See, Rory's got successes that have nothing to do with anyone. Those are her successes. And the more that me and Rory have gotten to know each other, Rory has always had a hustle. She has always done her thing. And I don't know, she's quite the example for a woman. She owns her failures, she owns her successes, and man, I love that about her. I love that about you, Rory. You are. I done told you. I've been bragging about you. You already know. You already know. Uh, yep, the boxes can be worth more in some folks will pay for them. I know. It's crazy. That's like I was saying. You can buy you can buy a vintage electric cooker of some kind, but then the power cord can be worth just as much. That's like you can buy a pan worth this much. The fucking lid is worth almost as much because you can't find the lids. People lose them. Grandma had this cookware set, but she lost half the damn lids, and they're really old and people want a complete set. I have cookware coming out of my eyeballs. We only buy stainless steel cookware uh, and aluminum cookware. You're not supposed to cook with aluminum. You're not supposed to cook with it. But people buy them, and I'm not going to tell them what to fucking cook in. So, like the Magna lights, when I found one for $10 at the flea market, I saw it from across the field. I didn't even walk around. I cut right across that field. My fat ass was running. I was like, a Magna light roaster. And I got up to it and I was like, how much for your roaster? He said, $10. I was like, I heard angels. Oh. I was like, did you say $10 into 130? Thank you. And I did. Sewing machine parts or pedals cost more than, yes, I've got a sewing machine. I've got a bunch of them, but I got a sewing machine in here and I've got the pedal. The pedal does not look so fantastic, but it's the original. So that matters. It's the original, whether it's in great shape or not. I got all Mum's estate stuff. Oh, steel stuff. Wait, stainless steel and copper bottoms. That sounds like Revereware. Stainless steel with copper bottoms, and then the lids are black, and they have like a target shape, the little circle, circle, circle. I got a whole bunch of them too. I want to say, maybe a 12 to 15 piece set of that. I've got to get it all together. It's kind of here and there. And then the same with the Farberware, the really old stuff. They made it in New York, New York. They made it in Brooklyn. No, the Bronx. They made it in Clinton, Illinois, I think. And based on where it's made is how you can age it. And I'm not that good at it. I just know that you can age it that way. Remotes are hot. Yes, they are. I have just over 100 remotes. Most of the time, if I go to a yard sale and I see a bunch of them loosely for sale and they want $1 a piece, I'll offer them 50 cents a piece, and they won't want it most of the time. And I'll say, what are the odds of someone walking into this yard sale right now needing one of these remotes, much less all of them? And then they let me get them for 50 cents a piece. So I've built this massive collection. Sometimes they have to be chucked out because when we open them up, the battery compartment's got corrosion and old batteries. Sometimes you can pop the battery out and there's just a small amount of it. You take a little bit of alcohol on a Q-tip, clean it right up. No problems, no issues. But when it's bad, it goes in the trash. Um, yeah, the 70s, yes. The pedals for sinker sewing machines at flea market go for insane prices. Yes, they do. Um, so I'm making this big lot of remotes. I've got them in boxes here, boxes there. Just I've got to get them all together, and that's what I'm saying about my nightmare of inventory. There's some in the building outside. There's some on the shelf in the living room, what used to be a living room, and there's some in the boxes that are sealed up in the corner in the living room. But once I get them all together, I think I've also got some in there somewhere behind me. But once I get them all together, that size lot could probably go for almost 200. It's a lot of remotes. Um, I bought a box of remotes for $10, like a big box for $10. And there was a Serta adjustable bed remote, and it worked. And then I get to digging, and there's a second one. I sold them for $80 a piece, and they sold that. I paid 10 for the whole box, $160 out the door. Boom, done. So that was a good one. My mother-in-law kept her warranty from the 1962 pan and just got it replaced last year. The lifetime warranty on pans really exists. Wow. If I'm not sure about how to test something, like I can't sew. I can't sew, and that's okay. Not everyone can sew. Um, if I'm not sure how to test something thoroughly, um, I'll just sell it parts, or I'll sell it as is untested. I'll say it powers on, the needle goes up and down, the light comes on, it's complete. It's got the little thing you pull out to put all your parts in and your bobbins, and it's got the pedal. I'll do that. I haven't sold one in a while, probably almost 2 years. I sold some in the beginning, but those are really heavy. People don't want to pay the shipping, so I'm probably going to locally list them. I've actually got a chick I met in the thrift store a couple years back. She was asking about the machines I had because we got to talking about the sewing stuff because she was in the same area as me. And I've got her saved in my phone. I told her I would get back with her when I pulled it all out, and I have not thought about it again until just now. So I may contact her, see if she's interested, because that would be some quick money right now, cash in hand, no fees, no nothing, just cash and done, just like a yard sale. To be honest, local sewing shops will give you a low price, but you can off sewing machines to them fast for cash. Really? I didn't know that. I collect old cast iron stuff, pans, camping, coal miner. Blah, blah, blah. If you find Juke, oh, Jukey, girl, who you telling? Trust me. And Baby Lock, already sold one of those. I have a lady that I like to go to at Ramona Flea Market, and she has one of those booths that is permanent. It's inside. Well, all the stuff is inside, but you open the little garage door thing, and you start pulling shit out, and you put it out. Well, she has stuff so dangerously stacked in there, and it's all amazing shit. And she sells me stuff for $10 and $20. She's got Vitamixes. She's got no one goes in there because everything is so precariously leaning and stacked to the ceiling. Half of it you cannot even get to because there's shit stacked in front of it. And I told her one day, would it be okay if I come up there and make a mess and go through all her shit, and she could give me one bulk price to buy several things? She said she's like from Haiti, and she said, how much stuff? I said, well, I don't know until I really get into it. But just as I'm looking right now, a couple of things you've had here for quite some time, I'm seeing 10 items right off the bat. So One day soon, I'm going to go up there early in the morning on a Saturday before everyone arrives, and I'm going to help her unload. And then I'm going to go through the stuff that she never takes out. And I'm going to find me a shit ton of stuff, give her a flat price I'll pay, and see if we can have it. And she's got, I can buy something from her for 20 and sell it for 300. I mean, it's crazy the shit she's got in there. I bought an Otis Spunkmeyer cookie oven from her, and it was in excellent shape with the pans. I don't even remember what did I even, I gave her 20, I believe. Yeah, I did. I gave her 20. I thought she was going to say 75. She said like 20. I was like, yeah. What did I sell that for? I'm trying to remember. A lot. A lot more than I than I bought it for. I saw that thing and I was like, "Are you kidding me? I've never found one in the wild." Let me see. So you. This one was good. This one was great. Doug bought it for $5 at a little thrift store down the road. They're closed now. He bought this for $5, y'all. Yeah. And then the guy messages him and says, "Do you have any more? I need 12." Doug was like, "Oh, God, I wish I had more. I wish I had more." Let me see. Where in the. This pan, I'm pretty sure I paid $1 for. I did. I bought it for $1, and with shipping and everything, they were 140 in. I bought this for $1, 120 plus 20 with the shipping and the fees and everything that they had to pay. I did the farm thing in the 80s, early 90s, and used to do the depression furniture and sold it to wankers yuppies for thousands. I believe it. I need to hit up the flea markets here, on coal miner stuff here. Yeah, there's an aluminum hard hat that you can buy, or is it stainless steel? I think it's aluminum. Yeah, because it's lightweight. Obviously, they don't use them anymore because you get electrocuted. But they have these hard hats. I've got one here. It's not worth a lot because of the company that made it. That matters as well. It's not worth as much as the top end ones are. But I think I paid $1 for it. If I paid $1, I still got it. I just haven't put it up yet. I haven't put up a lot of the shit that I have, and it's worth a lot of money. Let me see. Here we go. I bought a box, 2 boxes of Norelco audio cassette tape cases, just the brand new clear cases. No tapes, no inserts, just the cases. I paid $5 a box. Let me see. I wrote it on there. Yeah, $5 a box because I bought 2 boxes. So we got $5 for a box of these. Look what I sold it for. See what I mean, Andrew? I sell every fucking thing. Thrift stores are good holes. Yes, they are. Or Goodwill. I've noticed. Well, me and Doug went to a thrift store the other day. We hadn't been to in almost 2 years, and it's called Hubbard House, and it's for women that are abused, and they even have a place where they keep the women at. And it's a secret location, so the men don't find them. They're under like court protection, all that. So this thrift store used to be a nice little sweet spot to pick up odd things, and there weren't a lot of people coming there. We only found a handful of things before. We didn't make a fortune off of any of it, but we thought, let's go and just see what they got. So this past weekend we went. It was Saturday. Fuck that place. They wanted $10 for a curling iron, a used curling iron. I was like, that's a 99 cent to $2 item. Um, they had a desk, just a basic desk in an office. $500. I was like, did someone forget to tell them this shit was donated? Did they not get the memo? So, what was I going to show y'all? I was going to show y'all something. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, these. I bought these golf clubs for $7. Just sold them. Not even a week ago. I paid 7 for these, and they sold for $150. You can see it. So, yeah, Andrew, I'd like to. That's what I mean. I was saying at the beginning of this. I'm trying to liquidate a lot of the shit that I don't want to sell anymore. In the beginning, when you first start really going for it, you see money everywhere. And there is. I mean, there's a profit in anything you can buy for $1 and flip for 10. There's money in that. But do I really want to put the time and the effort into possibly $6 to $7 profit? No, I don't. So I did, but I don't anymore. Um, some stuff, if I buy it in bulk and I find little tidbits here and there, I'll go ahead and list it. Fuck it, I've already got it, right? It's already here. But that's what my yard sale is going to be for. I'm getting rid of a lot of that stuff and just $1 and $2 and $3, basically, just out the door. Get rid of it. And here's that lamp I was telling you about. Uh, look what I sold it for. I paid $6 at the Goodwill for that, and there's the price at the top. $300. No shit. Just it's crazy money out there. This here, Doug paid $8 for this, like it's for kids. Knee savers, the umpire vest, all the shit. He paid $8 and he sold that whole thing right there for $160. $8 to 160. But yeah, I'm looking for the hard hit items that other people don't want to sell. There it is. The Otis Spunkmeyer. I paid 30. I've got it right here. I paid $30 for it and I sold it right there. 321. Not bad. There's a lot of money. This was free. I didn't pay anything for this. This was 100% free and it sold really fast. It is vintage and it is impossible to find. There were literal message boards I found online of people looking for that. And they were like, since 2015, they're like, I haven't seen one in years. Blah, 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 blah. It's called a chest expander, but it's one of the good ones. I used it. I think I did like 5 of those and I felt it. My titties was killing me. And I was like, I want to keep it. Doug said, well, just get the measurements off of it, take some pictures, and I'll make you one. So he's going to make me one. But I sold that one, and I told him, dude, if you make one and it turns out well, that style, you need to make them and sell them because people are looking for that style. I keep a folder on my Facebook of uh, the things that I sell for insane amounts that like this is crazy. I paid 50 cents for this. It is a Franklin Deluxe Edition electronic official Scrabble players dictionary. I paid 50 cents for that and sold it for $70. So I never discount the tiny items I buy because you truly never know what you just picked up. I check everything. This is the air handler that I was telling you. Well, I called it an air handler because it kept getting kicked out because it's an illegal listing because it's a medical device. And I was like, kiss my ass. So the lady who wanted it, I talked to her. I said, I'm going to put air handler on it. And then you go buy it before they take it down. So we did. I paid $50 for this. And I sold it for $325. That's just a picture of the back of it. It's an oxygen generator is what it is. This I paid $25 from the same chick. And it's the device that you hook your leg wraps to and it kind of inflates and then lets out to keep circulation in your legs. When you've just had it like an operation or you're in the bed a lot because you're not well. but I paid 25 for that and sold it for 300. So that's why I want to start doing. I want to start doing. See, Andrew, do you see now why the little things I'm selling just are not appealing to me? And now when I look in there and I see all the little shit, I'm like, you need to leave. You got to go. You can't stay here. So um, I'm focusing on the bigger shit, like heavy duty electronics, and there's big money and very little competition because people don't want to ship it. I'll ship it. I do a lot of dumpster diving, metal scrapping as well. Girl, check it out. We go behind a Walmart. They have apparently they had just redone all of their office stuff. They had office furniture in there. I got their chairs. They were the metal leg chairs with the heavy duty plastic bucket seating. Um, Four of them were the regular. One of them had the arms. So it's like the boss and the little employee set up. So uh, they also had lots of networking things in the boxes still. Like, um, well, anyway, I don't know. I have to look it up. But also computers, Dell Optiplex computers, lots of them. So we got all the ones we could reach. It wasn't a regular dumpster. It was one of the ones a rollback, I think they're called. And they just roll it off the truck, the back of the truck, and you load it up. Almost like construction debris type shit. But anyway, it was full of Walmart shit. Most of it was trash, but the stuff that was good we got. I have a stack of them. One of them was the pharmacy computer, and it still has the pharmacy computer software on it, which was weird. But anyway, they look fine. They powered up. Everything works on them. We tested every one of them. And uh, yeah, I'm going to just sell all of them. I have five of them. I'm going to sell all five of them for 400 plus shipping. Didn't cost me anything. If my surgery ever happens and I can walk and shit again, I'm going to go nuts looking for stuff again. Good, good. I always wanted to inspire anybody and motivate them to do their own thing. That's good. But yeah, I love what I do. I really do. But eBay, ooh, eBay. There's some crooked mofos. Rory knows what happened. I told Rory about it. We was talking on the phone the other day. They messed me up, man. I almost completely quit reselling all the way around. And then I told Doug, no, I'm gonna keep listing on Marketplace and on Etsy. And then I said, well, I'm gonna give Poshmark a try and I'm gonna try Macari again. But yeah, let me look at this, see what y'all are saying. This is weird. Let me see. Why am I not getting live? Here we go. Got it. Um, the Dell Optiplexes sell well. If I find them, I fix them up and use them. I just fixed one up. Somehow C19 used all the orthopedic surgeons are bullshit. Um, Metal scrapping's good, but we don't have the resources to haul metal scrap. We only have our car still right now. We're just not willing to put the money into anything expansion wise as far as transporting things like we were going to get a truck or a tall enclosed van, so that we could pick things up and deliver things no matter if it was rain or shine. I just don't want to sacrifice that money just yet. We don't have anywhere to put the shit. So the building is full. I mean, it's organized. The building's organized, except for a couple of things sitting in the walkway that we can just move to get to what we need to ship it. Doug handles the orders. I do the pictures. I do the listings. I do the communications. And Doug pulls the orders. He has a phone. He has here it is. He uses this when it's one of my old phones. it's also hooked to our eBay, and he pulls the orders, and he packages them, and we go together and ship them. We just while we're out doing our thing, we take them and we ship them. Sometimes FedEx, sometimes UPS, sometimes the post office. Just depends. But he went back to work. My next cancer surgery got put off too. So oh, I'm so sorry. That's awful. He went back to work because doing it full time, we don't work well together. Me and Doug. Not that we don't get along, we weren't getting anything done because we wanted to just spend all of our time together. And I told him, I was like, you got to go back to work. He goes, why? Money's fine. I went, it's not that. I'm not working anywhere near as much as I should. And you constantly want to go do stuff. You want to go to the beach. You want to go to the park. You want to go to the flea market, the Walmart. It's always something. We want to just spend all of our time together. You want to sit in a room and watch movies. And there's just no time for the shit. So it's not that it was not productive because we weren't selling good. We weren't fucking listing because we were just spending. I said, that's what retirement's for. We get to spend all this time together when we're retired. So he went back to work at the place. He went back to work at the place he worked at when we lived in the RV. And boy, were they happy. They were so fucking happy. The kids are good. What type of opti you got? Second gen or third gen or fourth gen? Shit. I'm gonna go look. Give me a second, okay? Shit. Let me go look. I don't understand what's happening here. Okay, got it. I will be right back. All right. Okay. Let me cut my camera back on here. Okay. So I found one. He's had them all put up. But I found one on the shelf before. It is still in the bag too, by the way. Now keep in mind these were in the offices at Walmart, like security and executives in the Walmart store. These things are perfect. It is the Optiplex 3050, and there's one other one, and I don't remember what the number was on it, but this one I have two of, I believe, or three. And it looks, well, as you can see, these were pulled from a working environment, and we found out that evening talking to the employees because we know everybody up there because that's our Walmart we shop at. Everybody's cool, and they said they had just pulled all these that day. I said, well, I'm glad we got them before the rain came. But yeah, they pulled them that day, and they have a date. They were installed in 2019, and it says Win 7 Store US. It's got a service tag, an express service code, and it was manufactured 3/13/2018. So that's what I know about it. That's why I looked these up and the other ones, and people are selling them individually. Okay, they're fine, but they're selling them fast. If they lower the price and just sell them in one lot, and I'm in the business of moving shit and making money. And since these didn't cost me a penny, and they're perfect, um, There's no virus problems about them. They were in store use, so they were used for business and not home use. They're very clean. They've already basically dumped off any stuff that shouldn't be there. Uh, you can get into them. They're not protected by passwords or anything. I'm having a problem with that with the other Optiplex micros I have two of them. I paid $10 a piece for them, and they're somebody wanted to argue with me about what the value of them was, but that all depends on the specs. And based on the spec, they were kind of right, but they said I was going to get like $100 for them, and that's absolutely not accurate. I'm going to probably be able to get less than I had thought originally, but that's where learning as you go comes into play. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm probably going to get about 300 or 400 a piece. I took them to Geek Squad and said, I need these unlocked. How much does that cost? I bought these at an auction, secondhand. I said they came from an auction, secondhand. I bought them from my friend that owns a thrift store up the street. I thought they were routers or Wi-Fi things because they're so tiny. I didn't know they made computers that small. And when I got home and got to look, and I was like, these say Optiplex. Isn't that a computer? So the guy said, we're going to need proof of what company they came from. I said, what do you mean what company? He said, they don't make these for people to use at home, hardly ever. The majority of these come from a company. I said, you do realize I bought these secondhand from a shop that got them from an auction. Yo, my boss said I can't do nothing with it. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me, dude. So I've still got the Optiplex micros, and there were 7050 or 7080s. I can't remember which. Throw some more RAM and a graphic card in them and resell them as mini gaming PCs and sell them for 500. Look, see, I don't like to do the extra work to them. I get it, I buy it, I clean it up, I test it, and I get it gone. That's I buy stuff so cheap that when I resell it, a lot of times people turn around and resell it again for more. Um, I make a profit, they make a profit. The person I bought it from clearly makes a profit. Everyone's happy. Um, Maximum profit to me is a lot of money, period, in a discussion. It doesn't matter because like if I add something to it, which I don't know how to do, I'm sure it's not that hard. Doug did it before, he would do it. But I just need it gone. I just need them gone. So I have, like I said, 2 or 3 of these and then 2 other models. But yeah, so you see, these are in great shape. And they threw these in the trash. I was like, what? And there were more at the bottom. I just couldn't get to them. So, uh, I would rather sell them as is from a working environment. Um, Whatever. Get them gone. Like I said, they didn't cost me anything. And I'm going to make my money. I just sold a handbag, you guys, that was handmade in Mexico. Tooled leather handbag with a horse head. I sold it for 75. I don't think I was $5 or $10 into it. I sold it for 75. Could have got more, but there was a little bit of competition out there. Some that were just slightly older. None of them looked better than mine, that's for sure. And it was sharp aligned on the inside, really pretty, very clean, and no rust, no issues. So I sold it for 75, and it went to a shop that has a standalone shop in Texas that they sell their handbags for upwards between $600 and $1,200. Some of them are even higher. So she turns around and she flips vintage and used things for even more in her boutique. I said, well, then there you go. So I've been watching her boutique to see if it had been listed yet in her boutique online, but it hasn't on her site. She has her own site, in her own shop. But she buys off of eBay and Etsy and stuff. Clearly, it's kind of obvious. And then she just flips it right out loud. So I got you. I don't blame you. You can flip them for more. You can get views on video and upgrade them. I did 2 videos on it. Went crazy. Really? Yeah. There are things that sell better. It's stupid. You can sell an electronic And can y'all tell where my passion is? I mean, is it kind of obvious? That's why I want to do a live stream. I want to hear what other people do. Like you, Andrew, you should come on because if we can keep it organized and fit, you and others like you, Rory, you, several people, Mara, we all have a hustle. And it's part and partial to the shit going on YouTube. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit. But YouTube should remain a platform for legitimate, actual resources. People can watch. There might be someone out there whose side hustle is Uber Eats or Grubhub, and they may have learned the trick about how to set, deliver the most without wasting the most gas. Like, stay within this area, only pick up from these particular locations. I mean, so everyone has a hustle. Some of them's hustle is just getting on here and say, "Give me money," and some, hustle is cannabis at the moment. There you go. See, but my PC upgrade video just hit 27,000 on just one of my videos. It's crazy. That is crazy. See, you see the benefit of the resource that YouTube as a resource platform is, and you're making it so. That's good. Like you, when I do my BangerChat for this, like, what's your hustle? You, hold on, hey, buddy.
I play on my phone because like hitting me with pillows because I hate it on my phone.
Your friend,
Yes.
the little Mexican boy.
Yeah. He was getting mad because I deleted.
Is he really mad at you, or y'all just playing? Is he mad?
He's pretty mad.
He's mad. Doesn't he have a phone?
He gets a tablet, but he gets limited time. He gets 2 hours a day.
Why did you delete that?
Because it would take me up almost a gigabyte of my space.
You had to delete that game. Did he enjoy the game?
It was pretty fun. I told him
That was probably not very nice.
I got rid of it because I needed some space on the phone.
There was nothing else you could have deleted from that phone.
Nope.
I mean, it's your phone. You had the right. Did you do it because you could, and you were trying to be a bully?
No,
like,
because I needed space on my phone.
because you
I
needed the
can't really download
space.
anything on my phone.
All right. Well, you might want to make it up to him. Maybe see if you get a toy.
I tried to find a
In
bunch of games
inventory
on my phone
and-
that he liked. I said, no, I don't like anything. I like Battle Cats.
Well, see if you can find something. Maybe some DVDs up there. Kids' DVDs on that top shelf.
They don't really have a DVD.
They don't have a DVD player.
DVD player.
We have about 50 of them, so maybe you can find them a DVD player. Yeah, bring them a DVD player and some of the DVDs.
Okay, here is one.
That was kind of mean.
Here is one.
Pop can help when he comes home. Pop puts all that up, not me, baby.
Now look around.
Sure,
Where would they be at?
all over. Are you kidding me? Have you seen this place?
Okay,
I don't care about views or subs. I was dumbstruck. I didn't use that. You know what? Blakey says illegal, but I don't give a fuck. I got a permit for medical anyway. Yeah, same. So Jack deleted one of his games, and his friend got upset with him. They don't have a phone. He's allowed to have a tablet, and he liked the game. I told him to take some DVDs to him to make it up to him, and he said they don't have a DVD player. I said, so I'm going to take him a DVD player. Got a lot. Doug will hook him up later. Doug's getting ready to take a Blu-ray 3D 4K Ultra HD player to one of the guys at his shop that doesn't have. Is an older dude. He's getting ready to retire, but he was like, no, we don't have one. Doug said, I have 12. I don't even have one. I've got 50. So we kept a Samsung. I'm going to try to get it all out. A Samsung 4K Ultra HD 3D Blu-ray player. And we found a 55-inch, which I did the video about it, a Samsung 55-inch 4K Ultra HD 3D TV. Works wonderfully. We watch it. It's hanging on our wall in our bedroom. So we have the combination. And then going to the apartments like me and Andrew were talking about, I found some 3D glasses, but they weren't in the box. They were just in a bag with some other stuff. And then I went to a yard sale and got some LG 3D glasses in the box. I got 4 pairs for $1 a pair. Like there were 2 pairs per box, so $1 per box. So 2 pairs for $1, 50 cents each, I guess. I get more views on my older how-to videos than my fishing stuff. Yeah, what, buddy? Are you kidding me right now?
Can I get one?
How many's in it? 2 or 1?
I think there's 3.
No, there's not. Go look again. Yes, you can have one. Stop it. So, what was I saying? Oh, I don't really care about the subs and the views and all that either, except, hold on, there's 2. Take your brother one then. If I'm growing my channel based on this kind of stuff, like the reselling or the animals, the things that matter, you know, that kind of stuff. Let me watch you right here. I've been doing a lot of short videos lately, just because. But I mean, I know enough about the reselling in the way that I do it that I want to share it with people. Like, because there's plenty to go around for everyone, and people tell me, "Do people resell?" Like when I go somewhere to buy stuff, well, I typically don't. I mean, but it does come up sometimes, and I'll talk to people that say they resell, but that, like this one girl, I bought a bunch of shit from her. She had clothes and shoes and hats and handbags and a lot of shit. And she said, "Yeah, I did Poshmark," and then Poshmark blocked me. What did she say? She did. It was something. They said that it was what do they call it? A knockoff. They call it it's fraudulent. It's a knockoff. She said, and I was like, I sent them a picture of the receipt. I purchased it from the store. And they still said that it was fraudulent, and they canceled her whole account. She'd been on there since almost from the beginning. And so she said, "I'm moving in August anyway." This was this past year. She said, "So I'm selling everything." It was her 3rd weekend. And I said, "Well, look, when you're done, when you get ready to move, whatever's left over, give me a call." I gave her my number. I said, "I will buy everything you've got." I never heard from her, so apparently she sold enough of it, she didn't even bother with it. But thank you, Blinky. Yeah, give me a thumbs up. What does Mallory say? Sign the guest book. Does she still say that? Sign the guest book? Thrift store stuff is bringing a lot of views. It's big right now. Yeah. So I never heard back from that girl, but she was on Posh and she had a ton of stuff. And I do talk to people about reselling if they also resell. Sometimes I'll go into it's usually me. If I go into a yard sale and the majority, like 70% of the shit is similar, like a niche, like I was saying, Andrew, a niche seller, I can tell. And then I'll look in their garage and I'll see boxes of similar shit. And I'm like, yeah, you're a reseller and this is shit you can't sell. So they try to charge almost the same amount in a yard sale. And I'm thinking, well, if you couldn't sell it and this is what you sell, then I certainly can't sell it. I mean, you have to be able to pick up on this shit so you don't accidentally end up with someone else's death pile. Like right now, I'm getting rid of shit that I haven't even listed. So it's not like I can't move it. I don't want to. I'm over it. There's a couple of clothing items I'm definitely going to, like, I'm going to stick to selling jackets and coats and denim jeans and hard to find jeans and vintage clothes. Shoes are always a bread and butter. They sell, they do really well. Those kinds of things. But just the little petty things like a shirt and like I got a rack of clothes over here. It's just ridiculous. I mean, it's just and it's not even that ain't even 10% of it. This is not even close. But I've got clothing racks, like the actual racks that I'm going to use for my yard sale. So everything will be on hangers. I've got hundreds of hangers so that everyone can pick through and you're not going to end up with a big pile of bullshit. You can just go right through the hangers and see what I got. I'm going to keep it nice and whatever. And then whatever's left over, I'm going to take to my friend that owns the thrift store, and she gives me a credit to whatever I buy from her. I get a credit. So one day I traded her a doggy stroller that's enclosed, a nice one. I traded her that for a portable washer spinner for clothes because if we get storms around here, I can hook that up to my generator. It won't use a lot of the juice, and I can just wash clothes and then spin them out like that. So anyway, we made an even trade. And I've got a London-made leather coat my brother's mom bought in Carnaby Street. That's got to be worth a bit. I must pull it out. No, Mallory is struggling and can hardly pull in anything after she stabbed MGL in the back. I don't know who that is. Who should is it really? I haven't watched anybody in a while. I don't know who MGL is. But yeah, that's unfortunate about Mallory. I don't know who MGL is though. I haven't talked to Mallory in a while. I haven't talked to Mallory in a long while. I should probably talk to Mallory. Christmas stuff does good, you guys. Just so y'all know, people buy Christmas all year, like all year, like all fucking year. Molly Go Lightly. What about Molly Go Lightly? Oh, MGL, Molly Go Lightly. Oh, got you. Never mind, my last comment. Molly Go Scammy. I've never watched her either. I saw her one day when Mallory was talking about her. I just happened to stop over and saw Mallory. She kind of not was live, but I was going through my news feed, not really stepping over, and she was on it. And she was raving about that woman. And then she played a clip, and Molly Go Lightly was saying, "How dare you? How dare you?" And there was a man in the background, and Mallory was saying how amazing she looked. And I thought, wait a minute, I thought Mallory didn't like her. And then I figured, well, that happens on here. People become enemies and then friends. Grade school. Let me see. Never mind my last comment. Molly goes skip. So yeah, I do know that they were friendly with each other, but I don't know anything else about it. As y'all know, just about just life in general. I got back to the roots of when I started in 2013. 2013. I mean, not my channel. My channel's been up for a long time, since 05. But I'm saying 2013 is when I started doing my vlogs. And I've been in the community since February 2015, I believe it was, when I met Jimmy Rance and everybody. Yes. So, Molly fucked with Boyd, and she found. No, she did not. Oh, yeah, that was definitely a mistake. But, Andrew, let's be honest, a lot of people fuck with Boyd and act like they belong there, when the real people from Boyd just don't even associate with them. So that happens. They just basically hijack Boyd. And it ends up being like a fringe edge community for the trolls to join in and have a good time. And yeah. But Andrew, we know who Boyd is. We know who Boyd is. You don't see them much around anymore, but we know who Boyd is. We used to have so much fun. Corey and her channel is gone. Who's you talking about that chainsaw person? Because somebody just told me that chainsaw person was Corey, the other girl Corey, who I also don't know. I know of, I know of her, and I certainly ain't taking sides because I don't know these people. Yep, we do know who the boy is. You remember when we used to have a panel on BangerChat so full? because you could only have 10 on, remember? And it was so full, we would take turns in rotation. And one night I said, because I was drinking that night, and I was like, you know what? Let me just leave so someone else can come in. And Jimmy was like, you can't leave. It's your channel. I went, oh, that's great. If I leave, it ends. I forgot. I just, because we used to go back and forth, we would be on this one and that one, and then it went straight to mine. MGL, not her MGL, mess with boy. Channel is gone. Yeah. We used to have so much fun and just so many different bubbly, great personalities. We had Shay and Jimmy and Troy Foxen and Pounder and Kipper and Rosie and Debbie Ariola, Debbie Lynn, RV Dub, the dude with the toe place. Me and Doug were just talking about him the other day, and Doug asked me if I knew how he'd been, and I said I didn't know, and I cannot remember. Tim. Of course, Marshall. Good old Marshall. Let's see, I missed the fun old day with you, Jimmy, and Elbow and Drory. Shay, Tribe, Debbie Lynn, RV Dub. Those were good. That was the fun times. That was the amazing fun. And so many different personalities, Lucky and everybody. And it was just, you never knew who was going to crack up, who was going to have something serious to talk about. And there was really never any fighting on the panels, We didn't ever have fun at someone else's expense, except for Elvis. We would always crack on him. But everyone did. Yeah, MX420 kid, that's Tribe. Yep. But it was a lot of fun. I don't regret meeting that community. I really don't. Yep. Good times. Could you imagine me getting a BangerChat going and then any of those people popping into the side chat and asking for a link, and then we get the panel going again? That would be insane. I mean, of course, all of them wouldn't be there, but like Cooper. I think about Cooper all the time. Yeah. I think about Cooper all the time. RV Lucky, the oldest living troll in social media history. I saw that Lucky got a regular RV. Like, it's got a bedroom. It's not about the ambulance right now. He's got an actual RV. I haven't checked on him in a while. I need to go see how that's going, because I saw his walkthrough and he sounded really labored with his breathing, and I thought, oh gosh, I hope he's doing okay. Lori Green. You miss Lori Green. She was your boo. She's still around as far as I know. I mean, I haven't heard anything, has happened to her. She should still be around. Yeah. And y'all know the trolls, the infamous trolls, Tiny Elvis. There was a lot of them, but Tiny Elvis sticks out because of the Elvis thing, the correlation is there. Oh my God, my hair. It's like, I need some moisturizing. I need to get a hot oil treatment or something. I got a bit of survivor guilt. So many drug mates are gone, but I'm still, you shouldn't have survivor guilt. That's awful. You should never do that. You shouldn't do that. She's around, but she's not around in chats. It's sad. Oh. Amanda May, yes, Mallory and Teresa by design. Perhaps Teresa pulling out guns when she was 3 sheets in the. I didn't see that. She almost shot her husband. Oh, I didn't see that either. Yeah, how about Cat Raleigh? Come on, man. I got forced into the jab by the hospital way back. Oh, Tiny Elbow was Skiwee. The legend Richard Sword. I remember Richard Sword was trolling What's his name? With a dog named Sober. He used to come on my panel. He had the greatest laugh. What the fuck's his name? But uh, he was trolling him, and I saw it. And then I saw Richard Sword like comment nicely to him, and I was like, "Why are you talking to him like you're not that troll? You're literally defending him against your own troll." I'm not a troll, and I messaged him privately and was like, "Dude, your buddy Richard Sword is trolling you. How do you not see it? The IP's the same. Everything. It's him." A year after the last shot, the booster, I start getting seizures. Oh no! But yeah. So when uh, Richard Sword was friends with me, well, Richard Sword put on that he was friends with me when he first came on to Drury's Hangout, and me and Jimmy were flirtatious, just a big old act, entertaining people, and we didn't even discuss it. It just we did it, and we knew what we were doing, and it was hilarious. And Richard came on. And Jimmy said, because I thought Richard was adorable. I was like, look how cute he is. And Jimmy got mad. He was like, I can't compete with this motherfucker. Look at that rig he's driving around in. And it was funny. And then me and Richard would talk. But then he called me one night and he was, I'm guessing, drunk. He was super shitty. And I was like, what is wrong with you? You know how if a boy has a crush on a girl, he'll pull their pigtails? Shit like that. And say mean things, and you know he doesn't mean it. He just can't. He's flirting, but he doesn't know how to flirt because he's kind of emotionally immature. That's what it was like. And I said, why are you saying shitty stuff to me? And then it dawned on me after the fact when I looked back on that conversation on the phone with him, I was like, he's one of the trolls. How did I not see it? He was one of the trolls. He was more than one of the trolls, actually. But what's his name? The guy that had the dog named Sober. Yes, Jeff T. Rowe. Burning Rosie Stereo. Yes, I remember that. Only person who I knew, who I knew who could troll himself and make everyone believe it was someone else. Steely, really? I've got RS's criminal record in some hard drive. Yes, so do I. He has quite a drinking problem. I love Jeff T. Rowe so much. Mike Living Free. Yes. Yes. Is he still around? Sobering's still around. Is he that dog? How old is that dog now? Yeah. But Mike, because him and Richard met, he went to Richard's home. They went out to eat. They broke bread together. They were buddies. And when I saw that Richard was trolling him, and Mike got mad at me. He wouldn't hear it. He was mad. I was like, okay, pardon me for letting you know that you're being. I kind of figured Sober Hat couldn't still be here. You would have living that life, going and yeah. I didn't think. And I think he was an older dog anyway, wasn't he? That's sad. I said, I don't know why he named him Sober. I guess it's because at least one of them had to be. Don't know. But I can imagine that's probably why he named him that. That's sad about Sober, but he lived quite a life, didn't he? He got around. And I just loved Mike's laugh. His laugh could cure anything. You could not be sad with Mike around, and he laughed. Hey, I'm live streaming. I am. You look so dirty. You are so dirty. Come here. You look handsome. He's all dirty. Dirty. Bye. Get the fuck out of here, scram kid. Oh, help Jack find a DVD player to take to his friend. He deleted the game off his phone and his friend got mad at him because he was enjoying it. He don't have a phone. And I said, Jack, did you do it to be mean? He went, no. I said, did you do it because you're good? No, I just need room on my phone. I said, okay, well, that's still mean. So why don't you take him some DVDs? I got tons of them. I'm never going to get rid of them. And he said, I don't think they have DVDs. I said, we'll give him a DVD player. We only have like 50. So, let me see. Blinky said, hi, Doug. Like living free is dry begging these days. His RV is leaving. Aw. Jeff T. Rose shooting holes in his walls. How about the possum that used to come in and eat the food that he put out for his cat or some shit? And doing drunk sermons were the funniest shit I ever seen on YouTube. We're talking about when things were so fun. We're remembering all the shit about people and who all, we're trying to remember who all was like Pounder and everybody. So I'm going to do my fingers again and do the hustles, what you hustle kind of thing. Andrew here, he resells, he does the flea markets and stuff. But he's a niche seller. He sells specific things. I told him I'm not a niche seller. I sell whatever the fuck sells. When people say, what do you sell? And I say, what do you buy? Because if you buy it, I probably have it. I mean, right down to car parts. Yeah, he fed the possum. I remember him being live one night. Jeff T was live one night, and it's a computer. Andrew asked me which ones we had. I told him about finding them the day they threw them out with all their office shit. Oh, yeah. He said he dumps dives and goes to apartments. I said, he said he just stopped by the apartment a minute ago. Did you find them? Really? It's the first of the month. Where's my Mega Millions ticket? Okay, go enjoy your shower. So check this out, Andrew. If I find one shoe, because people throw away clothes and stuff too, but sometimes they'll throw out one shoe. And I used to just go, shit, man, there's only one shoe and I leave it. But you can sell amputee shoes on eBay. You can sell them anywhere. I mean, people with 1 foot want to be stylish too, right? And they don't want to buy the set because they only have 1 foot. And if they don't use a prosthetic, they only need one shoe. Where is Shay and Ricky? I don't know. I think Shay and Ricky pulled away from me even on Facebook because of political views. We never, ever had exchanges about it. But she was pretty extremely Trump supportive. And I firmly believe that no matter what your political views are, you should stand up for them. But never put them in anyone's face, like go to them about it. And she never did. Shay never went at me about it. I just think that seeing the stuff I posted, she pulled away. I may be wrong, but I'm thinking that might be what it was, which happens. And, it's understandable. There's not anything that I would never take back the things I've posted in the past. But a lot of my friends don't share my political views, but they're still my friends. And like I've said before, I'd still bury a body for them. They also don't share my religious views, which is also fine. You remember when Jeff got drunk in his lawn chair and burned himself when he fell beside the campfire? I don't remember that. I do not remember that. Oh, Blinky, RFK Jr. is so unmedicated. The shit that comes out of his mouth sounds like something that should be said by somebody that's got some type of metal protective gear on their head so that the aliens don't program them. I don't know. He just sounds insane. I don't know. I don't want to talk about politics right now. I was just saying that I believe that might be why Shay pulled away from me on Facebook. And I'm not surprised and I'm not upset about that if that was the reason. Some people just can't do the differentials. Like, I got rid of my aunt, one of my aunts that I've never met on my dad's side, because she posted some crazy shit on my wall on the comments that a mass shooting that happened was staged and none of those babies even existed. I sent her a voicemail. I was like, you crazy bitch. I don't know you. It ain't my fault you're related to me. And don't you ever bring your fake Christian shit over here because there ain't no way you believe in God and can say something like that. I cannot believe you just completely removed the existence of these children to suit your agenda. You're disgusting. And no, that is not what Jesus would do. Go fuck yourself. I went crazy. I mean, um, he didn't get burned bad. He burnt his butt with his fungus. No, it's fine, Blinky. It's fine. She deleted channels more often than changing undies. She did. She changed her channels a lot. Um, I'm sure she had her reasons, but yes, she did. Well, it is 4:30. Doug is home. You know, I don't even know if he contacted them back. When Doug decided to go back to work, he when he decided to quit and resell full time. Now, follow me here. He decided to quit and resell full time. He put in his 2 weeks at the job that he had, which is not where he's at now. It was at another place. The shop, this place was so clean. OSHA would come in and just lick the floor as an honor because that's how clean the place was. It was a metal shop. It was clean. They installed air conditioning vents, major industrial air conditioning vents at each guy's work spot. There's only like 5 guys in the whole shop. Um, if a truck pulled in to unload metal, the owner would have people go in there and clean the whole floor. He had someone come in there twice a year and refreshen the lines that got in the trucks. I mean, this place was meticulous. Um, it was the man and his wife that owned it. Their daughter was the bookkeeper or accountant. They stayed in the office upstairs. It overlooked the whole shop. Shop spots. I'm not really going to read the side chat. I'm going to tell y'all this. Hey, Becca. I'm good. Try to get away from Tribe, then go back into his chat. And then the trolling started again. Delete again. LOL. Wash, rinse, repeat. Hear you. Okay, so um, they were really good to Doug. They were super nice people. They got quarterly bonuses between $800 and $1,500. Um, and it varied 8 to 1,500, depending on it was based on how the work had come through, the contracts and stuff. However good they did on their quarterly, the 5 guys in the shop got a bonus. Christmas, they got a $2,000 bonus. So they got 5 bonuses a year. He was fully covered on insurance the day he signed to work there. Sounds like a fantastic job, right? Metal job at that, metal work. They put him on the clock whether they had a contract going or not. Some days he'd go in and they would be in between contracts and they would say, push a broom, and that's not Doug. Doug said, I can't just sit here and fucking stare at the wall and push a broom. He's making really good money, and it was more than what he made at the other place where the RV was, where we had the RV where we lived. So uh, he told them, I'm going to put in my 2 weeks. Me and Corey have decided to go full force into this reselling thing. She's doing really well, and the only thing stopping her from doing better is me working. And I told him, I was like, the only thing stopping me from really busting out here is your damn job. And at that point, I was making work. And if not more, I was making right at it. Because, with reselling, you fluctuate. Some weeks is better than others. And we were prepared. We had already decided to budget. That was our bills and our reselling funds to buy more shit. Sourcing. So, okay. So, so anyone that's ever done metal work or shop work knows what I'm saying is just amazing. So he put in the 2 weeks and they said, you know what, man, you've been telling us about all this money she's making. We know you're ready to get into it. And we don't really have a big enough contract right now to work everybody. You're just going to push a broom. We know you have. go ahead and get started. It's been great having you here. So he was like, you don't need me to wait 2 weeks. They were like, nah, there's just no contracts coming up. So, but see, when they got contracts, they were massively good contracts, which is why they were able to give the guys what they did, and 100% cover their insurance from day one. This is a great company for someone who wants to fall into the social norms and do what society says you have to do. You have to work for someone else and make them wealthier, and you need to stay an employee and never be anything more. That's the social norm. So, Doug had long said, the only thing that makes the job there tolerable is I get to wear my earbuds and I listen to podcasts all day, even when I'm working or whatever. Now, a lot of jobs, they won't let you wear your earbuds because of the heavy machinery. Well, that wasn't the case here. The overhead cranes were never running because they typically had jobs that didn't require them. They used the fork and lift and all that, and everyone had their own work spot. So one of the guys up there, the main guys, was talking to Doug one day, and Doug didn't know it. He had on his earbuds. He was listening to a podcast. He liked to listen to news podcasts and Dateline podcasts, and it made him be able to tolerate his day. He said, "Fuck a boring job, horrible." And he said he comes up to him. He said, "So and so, we'll call him Ralph." Yeah, Ralph comes up to me today, and he nudges my arm, and I turned around. And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I was like, "What?" And he said he'd been talking to me for I don't know how long. And he looked at me mad and he said, "You didn't hear a damn word I said?" He went, "No, man, I'm over here I'm organizing my area and I've got my earbud in." So he walks away, he comes back, and it was something dumb. He told me what it was. It was something dumb. It was just like, "Hey, next week we're going to do this." It wasn't anything urgent. He comes right back and says, "Yeah, so and so, the owner, he says no more earbuds, no more earbuds. We need you not to be distracted." Doug said it won't nothing more than Ralph was mad that he had talked my ear off and I never heard any of it. It was an ego thing. I was like, "Man, that's bullshit." He goes, "Yeah, I know." And I had met the guy. He had come up here to check on Doug when he was really sick with his diverticulitis. One time he was in so much pain he had missed a couple of days of work. He came by here and we talked out front. Nice older man, good looking as shit. And when I told Doug he'd come by, I was like, "Damn, he's fine." He was like, "He's kind of an asshole." I was like, "Yeah, well, as long as he keeps his mouth shut, he's fine." So anyway, they took that away from him. He was miserable. He was like, "I struggle to stay awake sitting there making good money, but I'm not doing anything. I'm literally not producing anything. I cannot do this every day until I retire." So when we decided to resell, it was fantastic. We're going to do it full time, right? I know I'm lingering, but I'm going to just keep talking. Y'all having a nice little conversation in the side, which is awesome. That's what side chats are for. I'm background noise, as it should be. So I told y'all Doug had to go back to work because we were not listening like we should have. We were just spending all this time together, and we just wanted to spend all this time together. And I was like, "This isn't productive. It's not going to work out. It's not going to. You need to go back to work so I can work. It's better if you're working and I'm working at home doing nothing." So he contacted them because they said, "Hey, man, if you ever change your mind, come on back." I was like, "Okay." So he texted Ralph, who's not the owner. He's just the boss down there. He contacted Ralph and he says, "Hey, man, it didn't work out." He didn't go into details. It was just simply we were irresponsible and we spent too much time together. And he said, "Hey, man, I'm ready to come back to work. It didn't work out," which even the owners supported what Doug did. They were like, "That's great. You have to try or you'll never own your own thing." And that's good. Congratulations. Most people are scared to try. The owners were like thrilled for him. Well, the guy never responded. Doug told him, "I need to come back to work. I need to come back to work this week. I can't wait. I'm going to be putting in everywhere if I can't come back there." The guy never responded. So Doug contacted his old job where the RV sitting that we gave away. We got it back, by the way. Um, and he said, "Do y'all have any work up there?" His buddy that still works there, they talk, text all the time. And he was like, "Yeah, man, we got work. It's not a lot, but we're working. So and so isn't here anymore. The guy they hired to replace you, it turned out to be a crackhead, and the one that we gave the RV to. And they didn't know he was a crackhead. And he was staying in our RV that we gave him. Doug asked me if I wanted to sell it, and I was like, just let him have it, dude. Just give it to him. I mean, he needs a hand up. He's working. He's trying. He's homeless. Let him have it." So that was that. So the guy was like, "Yeah, the guy turned out to be a crackhead. He'll come into work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He gets paid on Thursday. We don't see him again till Monday or Tuesday. But he burns up all of his paycheck on drugs and then goes down to the little corner store. It's a little wine and liquor store that sells kids candy and shit. It's in the middle of the hood. And he tells them that we aren't paying them down here, and they give him free food." And I was like, "Oh my God." So he said, "I'll talk to so-and-so." Well, Doug never heard back from him. 2 days he waited. Then he went on up there. And one of the main guys up there said, it was one of the main guys in the office said, "Yeah, if we come up with any work, we'll let the owner know. We'll call him Ralph too. We'll call him Frank. We'll let Frank know, and we'll give you a call." So as Doug's walking away, one of the guys says, "Hey man, did he tell you when to come back?" He said, "He told me they don't have any work right now." He said, "That's bullshit. We just got a big job today." And he was like, "You did?" He went, "Yeah." He goes, "Come on, fuck that." So they go down to the other shop. They own like 3 of them in that block, like the huge thing over there. And they go down there, and there's the owner, and he's going into his truck, and he sees Doug. This is an old dude. He's in his 80s. And he sees this guy. He's buff. You would not know he was in his 80s. And he sees Doug, and he gets out of the truck and looks at him, and he walks down there, and he goes, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I'm looking for work." He was like, "What happened?" So he explains to him that he had the other job he quit it. So he goes back to work there. He's been back there for probably, I want to just say, maybe a month and a half now. Well, as soon as he got back, he asked the owner, "Can I get a front on a paycheck? And then you just take it out of my paychecks until it's paid for." He was like, "Sure, no problem." So he gave him a chunk of cash. And then, a check, gave him a check. And he still hasn't taken it out yet. He has not taken a single installment. So 3 weeks after that, they fucking love him. I don't know what the deal is. I'm like, who did you blow up there? Who did you blow? But he says he had another diverticulitis incident with his stomach. It's been more common. The older he gets, the more disruptions he has, and it's excruciating. And there's nothing his doctor said, there's nothing he can do for it. Just you have to be careful of what you eat. Nothing with seeds, all this kind of shit. No spicy stuff. So drink Metamucil fiber stuff. That'll help soothe it. All this crazy shit. So anyway, he goes back to work. He has not worked a single day that whole week. It was the week of 4th of July. He missed the 4th of July holiday days that they took off. And in order to get paid for the holiday, you have to show up the next day. Well, Doug wasn't there for any of the days that whole week. And then he goes back in. Let's see. He missed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He goes back in Thursday because he missed the Friday before as well because of that. He goes back in. He ain't been to work at all. And on payday, he wasn't expecting a check because he hadn't been there. He had not worked a single hour. They gave him a 30-hour check. And I went, when he came home and said, "Look what I got." And he shows me a picture. He called me and showed me. And I was like, "How did you, where?" He said, "They gave me a check." I went, "Why did they give you a check? You didn't even go to work." "Doug, who are you blowing?" He said, "Nobody." But like, Doug's been certified in so many things that from the day one he got that job there in 2016, they said, "We can't afford you." Doug said, "Trust me, you can afford me. There's no work out there. Pay me, and I'm going to work here." So anyway, when Frank we'll call him, saw him. When Frank saw him, the owner saw him, he was like lickety split. When do you want to start? Because when he told him he was wanting to come back to work, he said, "Yeah, I called another job. I haven't heard back from them, so I figured I'd see if y'all had any work." He was like, "Absolutely." He goes, "I'll let you know when we get some work." That's what he said to him. And Doug said, "Well, I'm just going to tell you straight up, Frank. Um, I I'm going to have to go find work somewhere today. Like, I need to know that I have work today. I can't keep putting it off. The industry I'm in is shaky at best when it comes to finding work." So he said, "Come in tomorrow." He went, "Sure." He went, "You come in tomorrow." He said, "I'll tell so and so in the office you're going to get a $2 raise." So he got $2 more than what he left with, you know. So here's the thing. Now, you know the whole story. I get a text the other day. I get a text. What did that text say? Motherfucker. I got a text on Monday. He said, "Hey, this is Ralph from his old job that he contacted first with the nice, clean conditions. Can you get Doug to call me? Thanks." I said, "He's at work and doesn't check his phone often," which isn't true. He checks it as long as he's not on a machine or something. But I'll let him know. You should hear from him by the end of the day. Okay. So then I sent a screenshot of that to Doug. I said, "Boy, does this motherfucker got balls or what?" He was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "You messaged him first about coming back to work. It's been over a month." And he said, "Shit. Now all of a sudden he needs you? Are you kidding me right now?" That's some big balls. So uh, Doug called. Sure enough, he wanted them to come back. They got a permanent contract, like constant making something for a company that would need it all the time. And he said, "I'm going to have to talk to Corey, see what she says." So we talked about it. And I said, "This place has always been there for us. Not just you. This place you're at has been there for us. They've been there for you, me, Aaron, and Jack. They have always been there for us. They let us live behind the shop with that big old field as our yard and not pay a dime. They let us have keys to every building out there, every room out. There was not one room in that place that was locked to us." Um, and he said, I know. But those 5 bonuses, the 4 bonuses plus the Christmas bonus, the random thanks for thanks for your work $100 bill every now and then in his pocket, the clean conditions, the air conditioning. It's getting hotter out. I said, "Well, it's ultimately your choice, but this is my input. And I don't know how you're going to tell them you're quitting again. I don't know how you could do that." They got rid of the guy that the crackhead. They got rid of him. But he kept staying in the RV. And they told him, "You're fired. You can't stay here anymore." But he wouldn't put someone in there. So they moved the RV. This is a side note. So they, let's see this. Hold on. Let me get rid of that. Go back to this. Okay. Um, don't like the new Voight. It's full of middle-aged new crybaby bitch boys, e-beggars, real lifers. It's not Voight to me. Tucker ripped the heart out of it. BangerChats would be good for the older bleeders. Do you think so? Because you're like the 5th one to tell me in the last 2 weeks that I should do BangerChats again. I haven't had a talk with Tucker, Dave, since before all that shit happened, actually. And the last conversation I had with him through message, he was not kind. And I hadn't said anything wrong, and he was not kind. Um, so I might do one Friday night then, see how it goes. So one of the old dudes up there moved the RV beside the small shop. They have 3 shops, like I said. They have the little shop, they have the grungy shop where all the nasty work is done, the metal work and the rusty dust, and ugh, it's so bad. And then the clean shop that we lived behind. That building, I would love to have that building. Oh, if I had a chance to buy that building, I'd buy it so fast. Oh my God, my head would spin. I'd buy it so fast. So the uses I could get out of that building are insane. So anyway, what was I saying? Doug noticed that, or the old dude man up there he rigged up something to hook to the front of the forklift, and he hauled our fifth wheel out from behind that big shop, the clean shop, and put it beside the little teeny shop. He said, I bet you he don't go in there no more. So Doug comes into work and the windows were open just enough, just a crack. It's hot. I don't know how anyone's staying in this RV. Doug said it's trashed. He said, I have been inside, but I peeked in and it is, that crackhead trashed that place. So we got to gut it completely. Get it back to the way it should be. They kept telling him, if you don't leave out of here, Doug's wife's going to come and kick your ass out. And they were telling him like I'm an MMA fighter. And he was like, I don't know that lady. And he's like, you keep coming into that shop. You can find out. You're going to meet her. You keep coming into the RV. So anyway, him and the guy that moved it there to the other shop went in and looked, and he had been staying in there again. So he comes back up to the shop to see if he can come back to work that afternoon. And the dude who moved the RV for us asked him, "You been in that RV again?" He said, "I was in there last night." He said, "You ain't supposed to be in there." He said, "I had nowhere to sleep." He said, "That's because you're on drugs and you don't want to do right. That's your problem." And you done tore up their RV, you know. And anyway, so he told him, if you go back in that RV, Doug's wife's gonna come evict you herself physically. She's gonna take you out of here. I said, y'all need to stop making that man think I'm scary. He said, well, that's not me, it's them. So Doug decided he's not leaving. He called me. We had a heated discussion. We didn't fight. We had a heated discussion about it the day he came home, saying that the option was to go back there because of all that money. And I said to him, dude, what did my daddy say? My daddy has always said, do something you love. Don't be blinded by the extra. Do what you love to do. That's the trade-off you're going to have, rather than waking up every day going to a job that makes you miserable so you can make more cash. Wake up every day to a job you can't wait to get to, that you enjoy the camaraderie, that you love what you do, that you have a passion for. No matter what you're making, make it work if you can. My dad's always told Doug this. Don't let like my dad worked on the train yard. He said, I jumped off of so many trains, jumped on and off of these trains when I did the repairs and had to inspect them. I have destroyed my knees. My dad used to tell Doug this all the time. Don't let your job destroy you physically or mentally. So the discussion was heated. He went on to bed. I came in here. I was like, I don't want to even talk to you. You were making a mistake. You were miserable at that job. You hated that job. The money's fantastic. Hell, we've been before. Who gives a shit? As long as we're making money, I'm clearly with what I do, we'll be fine. You're going to miss your guys over there, dirty, hot or not. You know you don't care. So the next day he says, all right, I made my decision on FaceTime. And I'm like, and he was like, I'm on the way home. I'm going to take you to get a bite to eat. We're going to go to the store. He was still on the clock, but he just came home and said he had something to deal with. And he just came home and we talked about it. And he said, I'm not going to go back there. So that's the recent update with him not reselling full-time anymore and why he's back where he was from the beginning when we lived in the RV. That's just the way it's got to be. You got to make decisions. My mom, and I reminded him of this, I said, you know good and well, my mom was making crazy good cash where she was. This was years ago, obviously. She's retired now, but she made a lot of good money. And she took a drastic pay cut to work with mentally handicapped adults because she loved it. and she wanted to do it. And she took the pay cut. Her and my dad figured it out, and they decided they could afford for her to do that, so she would happily go to work every day. And it changed her whole fucking personality. She was happy. And I reminded him of that. And he said that when he got up the next morning, he was like, "Ah, I got up this morning and I was pondering everything." And you're right. You said a whole lot of shit I probably didn't want to hear, but you were right. So, um, as Madison would say, my daughter Madison, mom's always right eventually. She tells everybody that. Mom's always right eventually. She's gotten to the point now that she doesn't even say, no, mom. When I tell her something, she goes, wow, because she is mom's always right eventually. But so now he's, I don't know if he even contacted the guy to tell him he wasn't coming back. I told him he should. He should just leave him hanging. I said, what does it say about you? This is when we were still kind of heated discussion. I said, what does it say about you if he ignored you when you came to him and said, hey, I want to come back to work? Um, but yet when he messages you, you go, what does that say about you? And he said he thought about everything and said, you were right. You're right. I said, because I told him, you've got to love yourself more than someone else is going to. You have to. If you don't love yourself more than no one's going to. You have to love you. You got to look out for you because not everybody will. So he's staying right where he's at. And I'm going to grow my business the way that I can. Control accounts. Really? Hi, Aaron. Aaron, we didn't know no one knew he was a crackhead. They hired him while he was clean. And he started doing drugs again. They didn't know he used it, but he started doing drugs after they gave him the job. And then he just quit coming into work and only went when he wanted to, but yet he lived right there behind the shop, and he would just stay in the RV. But yeah, so we're going to probably do a video of us going into the RV and then us gutting it and redoing it. And it looks like we're probably going to move it to North Carolina where my sister and my mom live now. Because my mom, she bought another place after my dad passed. So she doesn't live in South Carolina anymore. Um, but she has a smaller place close to my sister, and my sister can go over there every day and help her. She's been helping her unpack and everything. So my sister has a camper in a campground that she pays a yearly flat rate to keep it in that spot. And then my niece bought one next door to her. And I'm going to visit in the middle of August. I'm going to take the train to visit them and help my mom paint and do some repairs that she wants to do to the cabinets and change them out and all that stuff. And Doug can't go; he's got to work. But I'm going to go. I know how to do all this old shit, so I'm going to do it all. And then I'm going to talk to the owner of the campground and get my name on there for the next available spot, probably next summer. It's going to take me about that long to redo my RV. But when they asked Doug, do you want your RV back? Doug said, are you kidding me? Corey hasn't shut up since she gave the RV away. She's like, I don't regret giving it away. I just wish we had another RV. Doesn't have to be that one. I just want an RV. And that's what I was saying. So I got my RV back and I cannot be happier. Just knowing that I still have my RV. And if he's still going in there to sleep, I'm not going to start redoing it yet. But when I go through and start gutting it, because we don't know if he did shooting up or just crack or fentanyl, we don't know. So just me and Doug are going to go in to empty it. And then we're going to probably, depending on the condition of cabinets and stuff, we're going to pull things down and paint them and repair any, because he left the windows open all the time. So there's rotted spots in the floors now. We've got to repair all that. Let's see. I noticed that Hondo, but Tucker really wanted to be a popular YouTuber. He bought all that streaming gear. He's not letting it gather dust, I guarantee. He's too driven and motivated by attention. See, and I wasn't around for any of that. I mean, I was kind of catching tidbits of it, but I didn't get involved because I know Dave, and I've known Dave for a long time on here. Dave was one of the first people I met on the very first stream I went on. I met Lucky, Troy, Dave, Jimmy Rance, Jory, the guy named Kimber. You don't remember him? Um, the guy that now does the tiny homes. He's got that big channel with him and his girlfriend, wife, I guess by now. They do the tiny home tours. He was on there. He was part of Boy. Um, who else was on there? Wolf Diamond Debbie. I met her. I met RV Debs. I met all these people. The first stream is still up. I met all these people within the first week, maybe 2 weeks. I met all the OGs. I met them all. Mm. Drug use leaves telltale marks, broken glass stems, exactly, steel wool, burnt spoons, etc. We're going to be super careful. We're not letting anyone in. We're going to use actual welding gloves. They're leather, heavy duty. I'm not going to go in there with latex gloves on. And we're going to use a shovel, a snow shovel, which I know y'all think in Florida, good luck finding one. But I was mentioning it to my thrift store friend's husband. They just got married about 2 months ago, finally. And he said, actually, Jackie's got one in the back. I went, don't fuck with me. He went, no, we have a snow shovel in the back. I was like, well, I'm going to be borrowing that. So, no, not Tucker. We're talking, um, we're talking about the junkie is the guy that I gave my RV to, that he no longer is in. Um, yeah, Wolf Diamond Debbie. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know what happened. Jalen, I don't know. I haven't talked to Jalen in years. Um, Harvey Dubs is on TikTok a lot, or is it? No, it's Snapchat. I see it up there, and every now and then I will say hi, but I'm really not on Snapchat and stuff like that. I'm just not. I have it on my phone, and I have an account, but I don't fuck with it. Aaron, don't. All right, so who thinks I should do Banger Chat Friday night? Because I mean, like a couple of people have said it, and I'm like, why? So we can just sit there and dust over. I mean, I would think that hopefully, if I do Banger, because I really do have the time now, I absolutely do. Uh, then a couple of the OGs might want to come up. Yes, please, more Banger Chat. Yeah, I wanna do them. I enjoyed them, and I already know the OGs do because I've, like I said, like a bunch of them have already asked me to come back with Banger. And you know what I found out with reselling? I saw a video. This was in the beginning, over 2 years ago during the pandemic. Somebody had posted a video who resells, and they said, I got a major banger. And I thought, what the fuck is that about? They're talking about sausages? Because, those are like sausages or something in the UK or something. So banger has several meanings, and I don't remember why I called it a Banger Chat. I do know at the beginning I called them on my So Flugged channel here, I called them chowder bangers. And the reason I did the chowder was because what you put into a chowder is in everything. Like chowders have all kinds of shit in them when you eat them. And I knew that they were going to have a little bit of everything going on when I did them. So I called them that. But the bangers, I don't know why I called them that. I guess it just rolled off the tongue nicely, chowder banger. And then when I started the channel, um, Banger Chat. I love to come to your chat, Corey. You do a blast. The new shit is gross. Do it up, Banger Chat up. Um, We need heaping sides of powder and kipper with that finger, right? Right? I haven't talked to Kipper in a while. She commented on one of my videos not long ago. And then when I said something back to her, she never responded. Uh, I've hit her up on Facebook, but I hadn't gotten a response, so I just left it alone. Uh, I have not talked to Pounder. We FaceTimed for a minute, and he was in his vehicle going somewhere, so we didn't talk but for a minute, and that was it. I got a brief update from him. I talked to Sabina on messages. We talked about his wife and found out how he was doing, which is not my place to say, so I won't talk about it. He's fine though. Bless the hurt. And if I can get a hold of Kipper, y'all already know she'll come on. And barring anything going on in her life she doesn't want to deal with, because everyone that's from OG knows that as soon as you put your life out there, even if it's just a minor update, people fucking jump on it. And if you don't feel like you're emotionally strong enough, these new assholes that have come in the last like 6 years, 4 to 6 years, they will just eat away at you. So anyone that's emotionally not ready to come on camera and share even one fragment, like they moved. Someone can say, yeah, we moved to a smaller place. These assholes go, I never liked that person. They probably moved because they couldn't afford where they were living. You know how they do. So, yeah. So the OGs, they know not to do it unless they're ready to. If you do bigger chats when I'm not doing my first stream, I'll show up. Well, I'm going to still do the same nights I always did, which is Friday night. Friday night was always the night. So Friday night's the night I'll do. And keep it positive. I love to come to your chat. Okay, yeah, you remember that one. So, what's today? Wednesday? Yeah, I'll do BangerChat Friday. We'll just see how it goes. We're going to keep it positive, motivating, and I don't know, beneficial. We'll share our hustles the first night. That'll be a good way to do it. The first night, we'll share our hustles. What do you do for side money? What do you do for your main money? See, for me, it's not sad. This is my personal, like I was saying in the beginning of the stream, I had said, I don't define myself based on what Doug does. I'm an individual human. I have substance that I can talk about. People get on here and they talk about the person they're with or connected to, and it's like, that's great, but what'd you do? They're substance free. I'm not substance free. Who are these miscreants, Aaron? Those people aren't Boyd, not new Boyd, not OG Boyd, not Boyd. Just one of these trying to use Boyd for clout. Exactly. They hijack Boyd. And people think just because they were side chatters for 3 years and then suddenly did a stream, they're OG. No, you were a side chatter. You were just like, honestly, Becca. Becca knows. She's never done the streams. She's always been a side chatter. She's OG side chat. She's definitely OG side chat Boyd. She was a contributor in the chats. Nothing wrong with that. Linky, Mr. T, Manjana. Who is Manjana? Camillo. I don't know who Camillo is. I've heard of Camillo. Someone just mentioned. Was it you that mentioned him to me? Someone mentioned him to me. Lolly. I don't know who Lolly is. I don't really consider. Okay. Well, some new side chatters would beg to differ because people don't have brains, but that's okay. It's about bringing back the OG. It doesn't. None of it matters. OG Mangos. He's OG. G Mangos. I've told this before. I got a link on my Google chat thing in my Google Plus. Y'all remember when there was a Google Plus? And hey, Rob, they're talking about me bringing BangerChat back to Friday night. Do you agree? I don't think we'll get much views. I mean, if we hit 30 people watching, I'll be blown away. Like, honestly. Um, Amanda May, Jimmy Rance, yeah, the puppet guy. Yeah, that's true. Mm, what was I just saying? Oh, yeah, gee. I got a link and I clicked on the link and there were all these guys sitting there. It was all fair. And they were all cleaning knives and looking at guns. They had don't flags, MIA, I mean, not MIA, but the veteran flags, POW flags, stuff like that. And I was like, where am I? So I just sat there with my vape with these four random guys that I didn't know who they were in one empty chair. I was like, "Hmm." And they were talking, and then one of them looked up and went, "Who's that?" And they went, "I don't know." And they went, "Hey, my name's so and so," and they were like, "Yeah, my name's so and so. Who are you?" I said, "My name's Corey," and they were like, "How you doing?" I said, "I clicked a link. It was a link invited to me, sent to me, and so I clicked it, and here I am." And one of them went, "Your friend of G's," and I went, "I don't know anyone named G." So then here comes this guy sitting in his chair after like 10 minutes. I'm just sitting there listening to these guys talk about knives and guns. And this was 2015. Yes, early 2015 when I still lived and I bitched it. So then he looks up and goes, "Hey, so fucking hey, you guys, this is Corey. She's good people. She's one of us. She's real. She's straight up." And I was like, "I'm sorry, I don't know you." He was like, "Oh, I'm G Mangos. I've been watching you since you started, in the community, and you're good people." So that's how I met G. And I was like, "I'm definitely not one of y'all. I'm looking at don't tread on me flags, knives, and guns. That's not my gig. I'm not a prepper, you know." He was like, "Yeah, but you're real. You're a real deal." And so that's how I met G, because he sent me a link. And that's how long I've known G. That's when you say, "Hi, I'm Corey. I'm here raising funds for the Democrat." No, I was honest. I told them I don't have your views. They were like, "It doesn't matter. You're real. You're true to what you believe. You're real deal. You're not doing it for show." Blah blah blah. So I mean, they were super cool, and I've always been that way. Even if you don't share my political views, so long as we don't sit there and try to shove it down each other's throat, that's how change happens. Two different views come together, and you've got green here and yellow here, and somewhere in the middle, no, you got blue here and yellow here, and somewhere in the middle it turns into green. You find that commonality. And that's what you build on. You build on that commonality. But people in the hate community are anything but. They're the ones that take blue and turn it into, I mean, they take green and they turn it into yellow and blue. Don't listen to me. I can't keep it together. But I just think that Amber Van Carl, I don't know. I do not know, and I have forgot all about him. I never claimed Boyd or OG anything. I was just there trolling elbow. See, I didn't either. But then I would go into Mojo's. His name was Mojo. I went into his side chat one night, and I said, "Hey," because I saw he was on. "Do you do anything?" No, no, I don't think. Um, really, that's what I heard. Blinky, I heard that Carl died. Um, if you're really OG Boyd, you're not Boyd. You're in the RV tranny prepper community, or were when it was a thing, right? That's whenever I talked about to my friends about the Boyd community and try to make them understand it. I say, look, it's kind of tattered right now. It's kind of been, kind of like when you take pepper, sprinkle it on the water, and then you drop soap in there, and it kind of that's what happened. We were the pepper, the boy was the pepper, and the invaders were the soap. And boy kind of just went wherever. Boy just said, "Fuck it, it's not worth it." Um, it just got ridiculous. Streams were no longer fun. They just weren't fun. They just were not fun. Even Rosie quit doing other folks' videos. It just got ridiculous. It got ridiculous. It just wasn't fun anymore. And I just want to bring back the fun ones, like I was saying earlier, where all the different personalities come together and just find that commonality and have fun with it. There, there's not enough of that in the world, much less right here. How long have I been on? It is 5:15. I could say when and why and who ruined Boyd, but I don't want to offend. Okay, yeah, there's no reason to. This is see, that's the kind of stuff I don't want in the panels or in the hangouts. It's just the negativity, the focus on something to cause a disruption. I don't want to see that. I can't control it. Side chatters are going to talk. As long as you're not, as long as a side chatter is not directly there to cause the disruption, a personal discussion amongst everyone is not the same thing. Have it. I may not participate because I am a fucking target so much. It is not worth it. We need more outdoor chain smoker dad. Corey, he's been commenting on my videos. I miss him immensely. He was fantastic. He was fantastic. A bit of a dick, but that's the personality he lent to the whole thing. Was sometimes he'd get a little too much in him, and he'd be a bit of a dick. We'd say, "You're being a dick." So you need that. And Rory obviously will be there. He made smoking look cool again. No, no, smoking's never cool. I can't believe I did it for so long. I smoked until I smoked from 1980 when I was 9. I hadn't turned 10 yet until 2013. I smoked a long time. Um, I started actually keeping a pack of cigarettes with me all the time, hidden, since 82, from 82 to 2013. So I went for my checkup, back in '09, I believe it was, when I had my last physical. It's been a long time ago. And the doctor was stunned by my x-ray results for my lungs. She was like, "You look like you've never smoked a day in your life." I was like, "You gotta be shitting me." She was like, "No, your lungs are completely clear. Like, I can't tell you've ever smoked." So I took that as a second chance. Rosie had the boobs removed. Oh, this has been nice. I don't talk to anybody but Doug and Mara. Where is Mara? Is this bitch watching me, Mara? Just so everyone knows, whether you like her, love her, hate her, don't know her, Mara is so dear to me. So dear to me. Aaron, tell Corey it's true. I don't care either way, Ro. I love Rosie. Even when she did shit that I did not like, I still loved her. And yes, I would get mad at her. I would. I'd get mad at her, but then I got over it because I love her. Just like you would get mad at your cousin, your sister, your aunt. I used to get mad. We've not seen Rosie in years, but we hear it from multiple sources. I don't know. Anyway, this has been fun. Enjoyed it. Talking to people who I can't see, generally believe. I'm not hard of reading, I'm hard of seeing, just so y'all know my eyes are fucking awful. 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 And they're worse every month or two. I don't know if Rosie, this news, if true, is baffling. Change is the only constant. Yes. The only thing consistent is change. Aaron, yes. Yes. Blinky says, yes, I've been out of the picture for a couple of years now. Yeah, me too. I mean, I've been here and posting, but I have not been involved. I have not been involved. I really hope with you guys helping and, sharing the link, and everyone understanding the criteria that we can bring Boyd back. Because I think the ones who have been here the longest, and valued the positive things that it brings or brought back in the day when all this began. For this, I know Boyd was around before I came, but during that time, even they can value the importance of it just as a let loose and unwind and get with people that you can comfortably share with, knowing that no one's going to come stab you in the back. Like there were a couple that would have stabbed you in the back, and they were. I don't see those people anymore. Um, and sharing the link and participating, actually participating and coming on, and even getting a link, coming on the panel and talking, and maybe we can bring Banger back and some fun with some substance. Sorry, Rub. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Look, I have a new sock. It's a purple sock that I bought a pack of socks, and the match to that apparently went on vacation and never came home because I've got one brand new sock that's purple, lavender, whatever, violet, whatever you want to call it. I want BangerChat back. Well, it's coming, Blinky. Friday night. Friday night, 8 o'clock. Be there, be square. I'm gonna do it. 8 o'clock. And I don't know. I'm not going to say how long I'll run it for because that's all going to depend on. It's all going to depend on how many people are there, if there's good conversation, if people join the panel and actually contribute to the topic of the night. Um, if we have laughs, I hope we have laughs. I hope we have laughs, and not at anyone's expense. I don't want this to be a burn thing where we just burn people. I don't want to do that. There's plenty of places. Yeah, I'm still in Florida. There's plenty of places in Boyd that you can go to listen to trash fests. I just want to do the old way, the way we used to be. Of course, we fried Elvis from time to time, and even Cat. Remember that one Aaron where we had the thing with Cat because Cat was trashing me, so we did the stream. I took it down. I feel bad about it. I was like, I still have it, but I blocked it that night. I was like, I don't feel good about that. As we ended it, I didn't feel good about it. But yeah, let's see if we can get this back, and even maybe we can maybe create some new positive Boyd celebrities on here. Some people that others want to come and see. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was nobody. I was absolutely nobody, and I joined Rory's Hangout because he sent me a link in the email, and I clicked it, and that was the first time I ever met anyone from Boyd. Jimmy was on there, which I had talked to him in his chat, and then people wanted to go to my chat. So I didn't know I was offending when Drury had a full panel. I would start a panel because people said, "Hey, start a panel." So everyone has somewhere to be, and that pissed him off. I didn't know. I didn't understand uh, hangout etiquette. And then I realized I hadn't done anything wrong, really. I just gave people more places to be. But I never really changed my opinion of her. Yeah, Pounder's not on here, I don't think. I haven't seen him, and he's kind of doing his thing now. And it would be up to him to come on the panel and share it if he wants to. Just when you're streaming, hassling one, I just ignored her. Um, but maybe we can get some new people to come on uh, that people want to tune in and watch. You know, that'd be nice. I'm going to get off of here. I've been on for way longer than I ever thought I would be. And I've really got to get some of this shit put up that I've pulled out. I really need to get some of this shit put up. I got so much shit. Look at this little guy. He's so cute. I love How to Train Your Dragon. It's look at him. Isn't he cute? How do you make him go? They got this little dial on the bottom. Here we go. How cute is he? I bought him with no intentions to ever sell him. Well, actually, I was going to sell him until I saw that he did that, and I was like, I ain't fucking selling him. I'm keeping him. He's going on my shelf. I've got him next to my dancing Groot. I still have him. Oh, he's too cute. I can't even deal. Toothless is a doll baby. Just precious. Okay. Oh, I love How to Train Your Dragon. Find Troy Foxon? Yeah, I will find him. Look for an RV with fake smoke pouring out somewhere in Indiana. Stop! He was a good guy. Diesel! I'm bringing back BangerChat Friday night. You will come? I know you'll be there, Diesel. Martha and you will be there. I love Diesel and Martha. Y'all already know that, though. Y'all know that. 8 o'clock Eastern time. I'm in Florida. I'm definitely going to come on at 8 o'clock, and we'll see how it goes. A couple of people have asked me, and then some people on the side chat said, do BangerChat, so I'm going to do BangerChat. It says some people have told me the community needs a positive stream where they can congregate and talk and laugh. One of them said they had just watched an old stream because they were trying to find something. I still don't know what they were looking for, but they were going through old streams trying to find something that was said or done or whatever. They said they were trying to find something. And they got this feeling inside and were like, man, I miss this. And I was like, yeah, it was fun. They're like, just go watch one of them and you'll know what I mean. And I went back and looked a little bit at one of my old bangers, and I was like, yeah, I see what you mean. It was so fun. Do y'all remember when Jimmy taped his face up? He used the tape and he did all the things. Do you remember? That was so great. 2 months single. No. What? I'm sorry. Lost all of you, Aunt Martha. I'm so sorry. $20 years, yeah, it's a long time. I mean, but you and her are okay. I mean, y'all are healthy. Everybody's okay. Yeah, that's a long time. Me and Doug have been together for July 18th made 34 years that we've been together. Oh, good. Everybody's healthy. Good. Um, Now, August 18th is when we officially became a couple. We met July 18th, and we've been together ever since, as far as we've been together. And August 18th, officially a couple. Exactly, Aaron. The only constant consistence, the only consistency is with change. And always expect the unexpected. Total oxymoron, but very true. I have to give my dog a bath. She went in the river and it was full of algae. Ay, be very careful with that. Yeah, that could be dangerous depending on what's with the ice caps melting. They're seeing bacterias that we haven't seen in ages, hasn't been documented in our lifetimes, or has never been seen before. So there's a lot of that going on. You be very careful. If you've never been presented with certain bacteria, you're very susceptible to them because you have no immunity at all, and your ancestors have none at all either. Give it a bath quick. All right, you guys. It was nice seeing everybody. I am going to get off here. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my stuff here. And if I'm lucky, I'll get some pictures done and list at least 2 or 3 things before the end of the day. And I need to go do one more load of laundry. And but yeah, I will do. Y'all expect Banger 8 o'clock Friday. I'll be there. So be there or be square. Love all you guys so much. Y'all are awesome. All you OGs. Everybody take care. See you Friday.